whisper something, but the past and done. And done. Mother Mary, won't you whisper something, but the past and done. Done. And done. Why can't we not be sober? I just wanna start this over. Why can't we dream forever? I just wanna start things over. I am just a worthless liar, I am just an imbecile. I will only complicate you, trust in me and fall as well. I will find a center in you, I will chew it up and leave. I am just a worthless liar, I am just an imbecile. I will only complicate you, trust in me and fall as well. I will find a center in you, I will chew it up and leave. Trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me. Why can't we not be sober? I just wanna start things over. Why can't we sleep forever? I just wanna start this over. I want what I want, I want what I want, I want what I want, I want what I want.
Change everything you are and everything you were. Your number has been called. Fights and battles have begun. Revenge will surely come. Your hard times are ahead. Best, you've got to be the best. You've got to change the world and use this chance to be heard. Your time is now. Time is now. Change everything you are and everything you were. Your number has been called. Fights and battles have begun. Revenge will surely come. Your hard times are ahead. Best, you've got to be the best. You've got to change the world and use this chance to be heard. Your time is now. Time is now. See rock shows near Tampa. Get tickets as low as $20,000. You might also like Napa, the problematic news. Time is running out. Falling away with you, you. Don't let yourself down. Don't let yourself go. Your last chance has arrived. Best, you've got to be the best. You've got to change the world and use this chance to be heard. Your time is now. Time is now. do. If he was here right now, he'd make a plan and he'd follow through. That's what Brian Boitano do. When Brian Boitano was in the Olympics, he was
Hello, friends, and welcome to the show. Welcome to the podcast. It's the DayOne Show. It's live on the internet to your ear holes and eye holes. It's us. We're back. It's great to be here. A little tired, a little worse for wear, but we're online and we miss you guys. That's why we do this every week. As you know, we're a fiercely independent and community-supported publication. It's all made possible by you lovely lot watching or listening wherever you are. So big shout out to everyone that supports us directly. All of our MVPs, executive producers, but especially our grand benefactors, Cry56, Assassin, and our two CEOs, Kevin S. and Torn Raptor. Today, as per usual, I'm joined by the lovely special Nick.
What's going on?
Got him.
And Jesse's here as well. He's pressing buttons and making noises.
Hello.
That was great.
Thank you.
That tickled me pink. Nick, you looked really perturbed by my intro there. You were like, what is going on? What is he smoking?
because I was watching the YouTube feed and the cameras kept blanking out.
When I do window capture, if it's completely covered up on here, I got to keep that little tiny gap. And it didn't have a little tiny gap, so it was going black.
The little tiny gap,
Yep.
mate.
That's
If you
such
don't have a little
random
tiny
thing.
gap.
It's such a random thing.
OBS is weird.
Welcome to Saturday. Hello, everybody in the chat. Morning, Vinny 13. I have caught the sun. Vinny 13 in the chat, caught up with him today at the British Motorsport Museum, where we went to the Forza Horizon 6 event. Some amusing tales. It was lovely to see Vinny IRL. It's been a long while. Worst parent ever. Get there. Got myself, Kat, my two kids, and Roman, my stepson. So Kat's boy. We were walking up to the gates, and I'm like, where the fuck are my tickets, man? And I finally find the email with the tickets. I only bought 4. Oh shit. Like, what do I do? Oh no. So I go onto the website. Literally, we were walking towards the gate. I go onto the website, find a ticket. Sold out. Oh fuck. So I get there, and there's this lady at the gate, and she's like, I'm like, oh, do we get one of those wristbands? Because she was doing something else. Oh God, see your ticket. I was like, you know, like when you've got the QR code on your phone. I was just like, here it is, and I was like zooming in all over the place and like moving my hand around. But she got enough to see British Motorsport Museum and a number, and she's just like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, whew. So,
Wow.
But you've got history there. I mean, Gamescom.
yeah. I'm a disorganized mess. But thankfully, no one was forced to wait in a hot car because it was warm today. It was like 30 degrees out there.
Is that all?
Mate, for the UK to go from Tuesday's 12 degrees and rain to a stonking 30 is pretty banging. We're not used to it. It cripples us. But yeah, that's my day. How's your weekend been thus far, chaps?
You go, Nick.
Had a big footy game again yesterday. Another footy
loss.
game in front of 90. No, we won in front of 90,000 people. Had us with lucky again after. Similar result this morning, just a bit faster compared to last time, as you could tell, because I rolled up to the podcast on time. Tried to squeeze in some video games as well.
As
which
you
was
do.
tough. Did a bit more landscaping. Just about finished it off now, so it looks. I'm not embarrassed of my front yard anymore, which is good because for 15 years I have been.
It's just the front yard of shame.
Yeah, it's really embarrassing. Like I didn't want people to come over.
Oh wow,
It was that bad,
bro.
Where now it's fine, and
good.
I'm borderline almost proud of it now.
Wow.
It looks nice now. Fake
This
grass,
is
nice.
This
and
is
clean.
middle-aged shit we're talking about here. Got some grass down.
Yeah, got fake grass, and it just looks so nice and clean,
Fresh.
neat, and man, I paved the side where the bins are, and it's all nice now. Very happy with it.
Should we talk about ISIS? You know, you guys, anyone got a savings account?
I don't like
going on?
talking about ice.
ISIS.
No, not ISIS.
Why do I want to talk about ISIS?
They renamed to ISIL. We got to respect it.
Oh man, there was a pub in London right next to Fenchurch Street Station. It was called like the ISIS bar, but it was also the Egyptian god. And you know, I was like, I remember walking past it like right at the height of like ISIS. And I was like, well, what point are they going to change their name? And like literally within 3 weeks of having that fort closed for renovation, and then they opened up with a different name again.
Yeah.
So there you go.
They were the
What about you, Jesse?
Mujahideen bar.
Yeah, good weekend.
I mean, we're only a little bit into the weekend, and I got because Ursula wanted to review two things, but they came at the exact same time.
Yep.
I don't think they give two shits. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Echo Generation 2. He's going to take Echo, or I'm going to take Echo Generation 2. He's going to keep on Rebirth because I have Rebirth on PC and I did not like it. So I've been on that all day. Outside of that, it's just been trying to keep up with the website quite a lot. We have written a lot. We've had solid views going where we need them to go. So it's felt pretty good.
Yeah, it's been a good week overall. I am nervous about next week because, and again, FYI, I've got Tuesday headlines with you, but I'm not around for Thursday again because I am out all weekend, Thursday through to Monday morning at UK Games Expo with Console Wars, which these two chaps are repping rather well right now with a God of Gore and a Mood t-shirt, like the pros that they are. But yeah, it's just such a busy time, and we've got that. You know, so like last weekend, it was the other Forza event. This weekend, Forza event. Next weekend, 4 days running a booth. And then we're back for 2 or 3 days and we fly out to SGF. So it is just non-stop. Big thank you, by the way, to everybody that has chucked some pennies at us in one way or another, be it by becoming a member on the website or by dropping a tip here in the chat. All of it helps what is a very large and terrifying bill that we have to pay in terms of flights and hotels and things of that nature. So we do appreciate everybody's contributions. You guys fucking rock. Anyways, it's been a busy week. There's a lot of news. But before that, we always have to talk about the best thing and the reason we even do this show at all, which is those lovely, lovely video games. There sure are a lot of them, and a lot of them are pretty great. What have we been playing this week? Nicholas, let's start
I've been
with
playing.
you.
What you guys have been playing.
Have you?
Just
We've all
not
been playing
as
the same
much,
thing?
Just not as much because I haven't had early access to any of them. So I don't care which of the two we start with.
I have loaded the Forza Horizon 6 video.
And I've been playing Forza Horizon 6.
Huzzah!
But unlike a lot of other fortunate people, I was with the rest of the plebs on Game Pass. So loaded it up early thanks to the app. And then started playing as soon as it unlocked. And yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I am falling back into my habit from Forza Horizon 3. And yes, my drivatar is bad because of the way I'm playing the game at the moment. I'm basically not taking part in any races, and I'm just driving around the Tokyo section to try and drive down every road in Tokyo before I then move on to the next section. So, of course, my car is just everywhere. So that would be why my drivatar's not any good. Because I'm just driving around like a crazy person trying to find all the roads and all the oh my god, Jesse just said the word before and I've already gone blank. The mascots, yes. I'm trying to hit all the... So I instantly paid the $4.95 for the treasure map because I wasn't going to sit there and just try and look for stuff properly on my own. I'm like, you know what, man, just put it on the map so I can find it and drive to it. Support the devs, as they say. You're muted.
You know,
What did you say?
I said that poor needy AAA studio. Support the devs.
Yep, support the devs. They say
Any
we
moment
don't
now.
support the devs. I'm supporting the devs, mate. Gave them their $5. So I've just been driving around hitting boards and hitting mascots. But yeah, I somehow got a job as an Uber driver, an Uber Eats driver. I was like, okay, this is interesting. All of a sudden, I'm hooning down the streets delivering food.
As you do.
And it's funny, there was this one mission and I'm like, oh my God, they did not, like, how did they not build something, a check into this to have a distance, a minimum distance from the restaurant to the delivery, right? So I'm somewhere in Tokyo. And Anna comes on and says, hey, Nick, get to your destination here to pick up the food. I'm like, cool. And the drive was like 170,000 kilometers away to get the food. I'm like, all right, cool. So I drove all the way to get the food. I pick up the food. And then they mark the destination where I'm delivering it. And it was literally 100 meters away. So I drove like 1,000,000 miles to get the food.
Damn.
But then 100 meters, 100, it was literally a 100 walking distance.
Wow.
100 meters.
Lazy virtual NPCs.
Yes, I'm like, as if you didn't put a minimum distance into this thing. So I was like, oh my God, this is so silly.
Yeah, I think they're more worried about the timing of how long is everything going to take you instead of like logically what would make sense for an actual.
Yeah, I'm like, this restaurant could have just walked it over. Why did they make me drive 100 million miles just to deliver this food? But I thought that was pretty funny.
Nice.
But yeah, it's pretty good so far.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it.
I've played a fair bit. I was fooling around with the Xbox Ally X to try and like get it to where I want it to be in terms of performance. And it's like,
Yeah, me too.
it's like I have to make a choice. Like it can do 60 FPS, but the visuals, they're not bad, but you have to adjust them to such an extent that it loses a lot of that crisp cleanliness of the Forza games and looks a little bit pixelated and jagged everywhere, like especially foliage. It's really like, so you can get that 60 FPS and it's fine. But as we all know, even though, you know, I would always choose to play at 60, Forza Horizon have always felt good even at 30, right?
At 30.
So I'm like, the sweet spot I found, and I think it's similar to what Jesse might have mentioned in his review, was a locked 40 with a majority of stuff on high. And it, you know, it looks the part, but it still feels pretty good to play thanks to the VRR screen.
And
so
due to the fact you're not controlling the camera all the time.
yes, exactly, right? You're not spinning it around.
Yeah, I think I just did quick settings, and I think mine is running at 30, but
It
like,
defaults
it
to
almost
30,
doesn't
yeah.
feel like it.
Yeah, they've got excellent motion blur support. Like,
I was surprised how smooth it felt even at 30. I was like, you know what, just for like an hour or so that I'm going to be playing this while my son plays basketball, I think I'm just going to leave it.
yeah.
And a lot of people turn off motion blur, and I would not. I would leave the motion blur on for this one. It makes it feel better.
Yeah, like you set it to short if you're going for a 60 FPS target. Like that is what you should do. You shouldn't turn it off. IMO, but you know, whatever. But yeah, like the only thing for me that I don't like as much, or at least, you know, maybe I just played too much Forza Horizon. Like it's excellent, but like I do find the grind to be it feels a little grindy to me. And I'm like, you know, I'm not hugely into racing games.
Doesn't bother me in a game like this, though.
No, because it's something that I'm going to dip in and out of. Like it's going to just live on the handheld.
New
for
splash
ages.
screen. They did a Forza splash screen. That's
They
cool.
do that regularly on the old Xbox app. It's something that I'll dip in and out of and have on the handheld for a while, for a long old while. So, you know, it's like, I'm probably overthinking it, but like there is just like little. Every time I like unlock a new thing and it's like doosh, 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 and I'm like, oh, it's too many things.
It's the entire game, though.
yes, that is the point, right? So like, it's fine. It's fine. It's gorgeous. I funnily enough, I bumped into Craig Duncan today at the British Motorsport Museum. Said hello,
Really?
congratulated him on the game. And if anyone is a fan of Day One watching the show right now, you may have spotted a quote from Jesse's review in the Forza Horizon 6 accolades trailer, which I think was
Really?
a crowning achievement.
Which I think was
Beautiful.
actually Gyoto's words.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. But yeah, there you go. Cool.
I'm playing Forza Horizon 6 right now.
You're doing a jazz.
No, I'm going to see if I can get it to 60.
Oh, you absolutely can. You absolutely can. Just do the
See the way the
benchmark.
screen-
Do the benchmark and keep playing around with the settings until you hit 60.
Did you see the way the screen just went yellow because of the screen I put on camera?
No, I didn't. I
That was
wasn't.
weird.
I wasn't looking.
That was weird.
But yeah, it's out now for everyone on Game Pass. Already had 6
Million players.
At
And
least.
according to
Yeah.
a linear analytics, has sold 4.9 million copies. But the question is, with
That's
that
an
sold,
estimate.
well, yes, everything is an estimate, right? But the question with that is, and it's not really detailed to my knowledge, is like, well, how many of those are just the upgrade package on their own, and then they're playing the base game with Game Pass, but they wanted to have access early? How many of them are the full game? How many of them are the premium full game? And there's no differentiation in that estimate. It's just a straight 4.9.
I would
So
say my
it's
only
like,
my
well,
only annoyance with the estimations and the way I talk about it is that it's used to push a narrative instead of just being like, here's the info, like you get from Circana.
here is the facts.
Yeah, here's what we know, here's what we don't know. Instead, it ends up coming like with this long ass Substack post that is pushing a narrative.
You know what song was on Pulse Radio? Pulse? I can't remember which radio station it was on, but a song that I was very pleased to hear was part of the radio stations was Dracula by Tame Impala. Oh, that's such a good song. It's
I haven't
such a good song.
vibed with the music as much this time.
The overall music, I haven't played a lot of it to have heard everything on the radio stations, but Tame Impala's Dracula was one of the first songs that came on during my skipping through radio stations, and I was like, oh, I'll listen to this while I'm driving around. This is very good.
Yeah, like I
Great
predominantly play with the radio off now, but I did see that there is a Spotify mod for the PC
Yes,
version
on
of the
PC.
game, where you can have it as a radio station, so it works like it should in game, but it's a Spotify playlist of your choice. Which I'm like, yeah, but yeah, like the thing is, music's all personal taste anyway, right? Like, I was annoyed that, like, I was chatting with Vinny about it today. What radio station did they get rid of that was really good in 5, and it's not in this one? It's the metal station, Epitaph Records. It's not there this time. Boo.
Pulse is there. That's the one that matters the most to me. Pulse is good. Yeah, it's. I'm enjoying it, and it's one of those games like 3. I'll probably just chip away at it.
Yeah.
Drive around,
Unlock stuff.
collecting stuff, and that's
Good
it.
times. Now,
Um,
conveniently, there's a little super chat from the lovely Cody
Yeah.
Bishop,
I saw that.
who's going to segue us nicely into the next topic. But before he does that, just to clarify for the questions that have been asked in the chat, yes, it's green. Anyway, continue.
Oh, the mohawks.
It's green. It's green.
Cody Bishop. Lego Batman isn't getting enough flowers for its graphics. The city, lighting effects, and level of environmental detail is beyond my expectations. Cody Bishop, you're all right. And as 3 people and persons who have been playing Lego Batman,
Yes, I did give
I
him
was
the code
fortunate
for that.
enough. I was fortunate enough to get a code from Jesse. I asked once. I didn't
You
beg a lot.
immediately
It was
expected
just
and were
like-
upset when I said no.
Jesse's
Shamed
like,
me.
nah. And I was like, okay, whatever.
Mhm.
And then the next day, there was a code there. So I was like, oh, cool. And straight away booted it up. And I called my son in and said, have a look. And he's like, oh, Batman. He's like, oh, Lego Batman.
But I won't play it. It's not on PlayStation. It's on an icky Xbox.
Because he saw the Batman logo. He happened to come in on a loading screen, so he saw the little Batman logo appear in the corner, and he's like, "Oh, Batman game!" And then Lego showed up. He's like, "Lego Batman." It's like, yeah. I've only done because again, the way I play games, I don't move through them quickly. So I started as Bruce Wayne as a child, and I was punching everything in the environment to collect all the Lego bits.
I did the same thing, and then I realized rolling is more efficient. Don't punch.
How do you roll? How do you roll?
B. You just B. Roll through stuff.
Oh, I didn't even know.
It destroys it in the same way a punch does, but it's much quicker. I'm like, oh my God.
I've been punching
praise the Lord.
everything in the environment to collect all the bits. I'm already at like 30,000 bits or something, and the game's only just started. So
you will spend millions to unlock everything, so it's worth getting them.
Oh, okay, good. So I'm actually doing it properly then. I only just got to what's the gang called? The hideout gang called? What are they called?
The League of Shadows.
Yes, I just got to the League of Shadows.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's how far in I am.
I'm not. I've done League of Shadows, and I've got into like the first time where I've got the Batmobile, and I'm working with Gordon and all this sort of jazz. Like
incredibly early.
Yeah, it's still super early for me. I'm super impressed again with how it runs on a handheld. This is very much like a game that I see myself just being able to enjoy wherever. I really like it. I am so disappointed that it does not have online co-op in the year of our Lord 2026. Like, what on earth? Like, it's got a co-op mode, and the co-op mode is really fun. If people tuned in, me and Kat played a bunch for a live stream the other day, and it's really, really good fun. We were having a lot of fun. She was getting into it, like it was just good times. But to find out that there's no online support to do that at all, I just find it like, why not? Why not? It's like, this isn't. We've solved this a long time ago, people. And it's built for two players. Like, you've always got a companion with you. So, like, what's going on? I do not get it. But regardless of that minor quibble, it seems excellent so far. Like, full of jokes, really funny puns. Like, I saw a clip on YouTube the other day of how Two-Face became Two-Face. And, like, he's being hit with like key lime pies, and then people slamming ambulance doors into his face, and he's like, ah! It's like over the top ridiculous. And I'm just like, this is great.
I wanted to record a clip
of any Batman game.
I haven't become Batman yet, so I don't know. But I saw clips at the start when he was with his parents, and I was like, man, this is so funny. Like, I want to record this and post it to socials because of how funny it is. Like,
was it the bit where he was like, oh, I can't wait to go to the movies. I don't want anything to change ever.
I love my parents. Oh, man, I'm so happy right now. And I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, it's proper making me chuckle.
I thought, I wonder if people are going to notice this. I'm like, it's so funny when he's like, oh, man, I'm so excited about the movies. Oh, mum and dad, I love you so much. I don't want anything to change at all.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Like, oh, God.
It's so funny.
Yeah, it's so good the way they did it.
The writing is top notch. Like, there's so many in jokes. Like, and Jesse, you've played significantly more. I know you're working on a late review. Like, it holds up. It seems all the way through.
Yep. No. They just jump from every movie and TV show nonstop. Like, the whole beginning, once you are Batman, is Batman Begins, and then and Batman the Batman, and they just like. They mix that into the first movie with the Joker, and you have the whole parade, and there's literally the museum scene with a cover of the Prince song. And when you stop the Penguin at one point with your muscle car Batmobile, and it literally plays the Batman song as they just do a funny Lego version of the crash into his car and do the slow walk up in the fire thing from the movie. Right. Like, it is nonstop with references and deep cuts. Like, just nonstop deep cut jokes that you might completely miss the first time until someone points it out, like we talked about before with the whole friggin' Michael Caine tweet, where it's quoting Batman Begin, and just gets it all wrong. Like this is an Arkham game made in the style of the Lego games, but it's still an Arkham game first. And it is fantastic. I'm really sad we didn't get an embargoed review, but thanks again to Nissa Hauer. I got a copy. John bought one. We did eventually get one from WB, which ended up with Nick. So, yeah, it is everything I could have hoped an Arkham game that is done in this styling would end up being.
Yeah, it's rock solid. People, if you're going to buy this, and I think it's great for kids as well. Like, it's genuinely great
Even
for
though
kids.
you are technically, you kill everyone you fight. You punch them until they explode
technically,
and die.
they're all breaking apart. Batman's a murderer in this game.
Yeah, but they're Lego.
That's why it's fine.
There's a few other odds and sods. I do want to give a shout out to a game that Jesse and I played, like, it's going to be like 3 weeks ago now, during an online beta. Thick as Thieves came out earlier this week. It was one that I was really, really, really grinding to try and get a review for, because it's $5 and it's like a thief game, basically a co-op heist thief game. And as you unlock more stuff, it gets more and more difficult. And it looks nice and it runs fine. And again, it's $5. But I just did not get the time to actually sit down and play through it, or even though it's only like, I think they say there's something like 4 or 5 hours worth of content in there. But you're doing all the things you'd expect in a stealth game. You're knocking people unconscious, you're dropping smoke bombs, you're stealing stuff, you're picking locks, all of that jazz. And the thing I'm discovering more and more about games with stealth in is, like, it's never realistic stealth. It's all just like break line of sight, walk right behind them, break their necks, rinse, repeat.
Do any games have realistic stealth though?
No. Like, I really liked some of the Splinter Cell mechanics, in terms of like how you could hide. My favorite stealth game of all time is probably the multiplayer modes from Splinter Cell. Spies vs. Mercs was freaking legendary. But yeah, like I just wanted to shout it out because this is a team. This is like Warren Spector and a small team putting this together and figuring out their way through. And any video game launching in 2026 is a good thing. But more than anything else, like, no one makes these kinds of games anymore. Now, there might be a reason for that. Maybe they lost their popularity. But if you're a fan of these sorts of games, I think you could do a lot worse for literally $5. Like, that is super cheap. And it gives you a start. And then they will see where they take that game from there. It's weird, though, because it's not early access. It is an introductory campaign. So, and they don't even know, like, because I was like, okay, here's my $5. Thank you for the introductory campaign. Then what happens? Do you add stuff to it for free and I get more for my $5? Or do you make more stuff and then want another $5?
And charge me, yeah.
And they were like, we don't know. We don't know what we're doing here. We don't know how we're going to figure this out. I was like, okay.
We'll figure it out as we go.
Okay.
We'll keep you posted.
But it's not early access. It is a finished product.
Just don't take your credit card off the system.
Yeah.
Well,
Just put your numbers in here.
Question about stealth. And I've wondered this a lot. By the way, I can't get Forza Horizon just stays on 30. I can't get it to go any higher. I've set it to very low as a default for everything, and it still won't go to 60.
It has a setting in the video settings. You have to unlimit the frame rate.
Yeah,
Oh,
you've
right,
got it set to 30.
Okay. Question. As a lover of stealth, if a company, if a developer was able to figure out realistic stealth, where the AI don't just go, eh? Oh, nobody there, and like it kept coming after you, and you know, like realistic stealth.
Yeah.
Would that actually make for a fun video game?
And that is the conundrum. No, it probably wouldn't. Because, like, if I was an actual security guard in a video game world and I saw a bottle go out of nowhere and go, I'd be like, huh?
Must have been the wind.
It's always that Americanized, huh? Huh? And then the little question mark would appear on my head. I'd be like, what's that doing there? And then I'd wander over and go, it's probably nothing.
Must have been
And
the
then
wind.
I'd sort of back onto my patrol route, right? Like
Yeah,
the thing with these is they are designed for you to figure out. They are a puzzle. Like stealth games are actually puzzle games. Like the stealth is not really a mechanic. It is a puzzle, and you have a set of tools, and you have to figure out how to use the tools to solve the puzzle. I wonder if there's a way where you could have something a little bit more reactive, responsive, real. But I don't know if I'm not a game designer in that regard to
It would be
figure
a
out
very
the
tough
solution.
balance to strike.
Yeah.
And I feel like so the sacrifices and compromises you'd have to make for realistic stealth is now it's running at 60. Yes, thank you for the
And
tips.
there's a
everyone.
very good point in the chat from one Mr. Jeffrey Grub.
Is Grub in the
here.
chat.
Yeah, you guys don't pay attention
wow.
to our chat.
I was reading it.
No,
I
because
just didn't
I've been-
realize
I've
it
been-
was from Jeffrey Grub.
I've been on my Asus Republic of Gamers Xbox LAX Windows 11 handheld gaming PC device trying to figure out how to get Forza Horizon to run at 60, so I haven't been looking at the chat. And now it's hitting
hour.
like 46, 47 now.
I miss Jeffrey Grub.
Yeah, he'll be on for Christmas, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I'm not allowed on the same show, you know? Like,
No, well, fuck, man, that's how it is.
Grub, get me back on Morning Mess, man. Come on, hit me up. There's loads of Xbox stuff to talk about. Get an Xbox guy on, yeah? Look at the T-shirt.
With the hair.
I feel like you'd have to make a lot of compromises for realistic stealth. Like the game would have to be really short. You couldn't have a long game with realistic stealth because it would get really fucking draining and annoying. It would have to be short as. And you'd have to... Everything between the stealth, you'd have to have a lot of variety to keep you... Like, to sort of de-stress you. Because it would be really fucking, like... Not stressful. What's the word I'm after? It would be taxing to deal with that
Well, I think
constantly.
it wouldn't be
you'd
fun.
there for such a long time.
that's the thing.
It could be. If they strike the right balance, it could be fun. It could.
Maybe.
But it'd be very tough to pull off. Very, very tough. But I would love for someone to try because I'd be interested to see what it's like.
It would be
I mean,
best
like-
in VR. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it would mostly work in VR.
But here's the thing. Like, I remember reading some, critical responses to, like, let's say Indiana Jones, right? Which is not a stealth game, but has stealth puzzle elements where you can avoid the guards and the AI is dumb. I'm like, the AI is just there for you the fun, I think, with all of these sorts of things is how you can deliberately manipulate them into amusing situations. That's where the fun is. And I like that a lot. It does a lot for me. Like, there's so many moments in indie where you're like, oh, I can get him right to the edge of this and just come up behind him and shove him, watch him ragdoll down that tunnel. That's great. And that's the sort of stuff that you end up tooling around with. But I don't know what mechanics I can think that you could introduce that would be fun to play as a stealth game. But that is a tangent that I honestly don't want to go down because
Really?
that's
I
like a
could
whole
talk about
hour
this
on
all
this
day.
show. I mean, I
Talk about
could,
this all day.
but I'm also exhausted. So
People that want like smart stealth haven't played probably one of the best games of last gen, which were the Hitman games.
they're fantastic, but they're
And
exactly
they are a
what I'm
clockwork
talking about.
of idiots, and it's really fun because the characters in that game are tools for you to exploit. And if they were smart, it's just not fun. Like like you can put it on hard and do all this stuff and spend 3 or 4 hours trying to go around, but eventually all of the actual stealth parts are just going to come down to they see you more easily, they kill you more quickly. Like it's not the fun things you would really hope for in these games. So yeah, Hitman rules.
It's an interesting conundrum, but
It is, isn't it? And I'm like, because it's interesting. Like, stealth games have been around since forever, and like, no one has bothered to even attempt realistic stealth. Splinter Cell had their lighting system. Other games do other things, like make noises, distractions, this, that, the other. But no one's really had a crack at like realistic stealth, and I don't know. I was thinking about it, and I'm like, fuck. I actually don't think it would be that fun as much as I love stealth.
No, it probably
Like-
wouldn't. And that's probably why someone out there's probably tried, and then it's got cancelled because, guys, this game sucks. It is not fun.
It's
Please
not fun
don't do this again.
at all.
Get out. Get out of here.
Because man, Mark of the Ninja, like the stealth in that game is like basic bitch stealth, but that game is unbelievable. It is so fucking good, like so insanely good. If you haven't
so
played Mark
lucky.
of the Ninja, please fucking do. Because it's
So lucky
good.
to have so many great video games to
There's
enjoy. It's just wonderful
one
times.
other thing that
Super
I
chat.
had
Oh,
real
yeah,
quick.
go play.
Got this overnighted to me by Simon and Schuster. It's coming out on Wednesday. Halo Waypoint Chronicles Volume 1. So yes, it is a bunch of short stories and lore stuff that were on the Halo Waypoint. It is 600 pages. But they also sent me the audiobook,
Jesus.
which has like Jen Taylor and Trisha Helfer back from ODST.
Read that in 4 hours, bruv.
Yeah, I mean, but you don't have a broken eye. I get an audiobook as well. So I'll be going through that and try and have it out.
Nice.
It won't be like a full review. It's a bunch of stuff that's on Waypoint, but it's a cool little collection.
That's nifty. That is good times. Look, has someone got access? Like, has the public been given access to our show notes? Because every super chat that's come in has literally segued onto the next topic, and it's impressive.
Isn't it?
It's impressive. Like, I'm feeling like something's going on.
There is
just in case
one
any
thing-
super chatters out there.
Yeah.
The topic after this topic is going to be about Destiny.
But
Feel
there
free
is
to ask a question.
there's one other place we go to before we start the news, though. And that's
So,
That's true.
Super chat.
Welcome to DayOne.
From PC to PlayStation, Switch to Xbox,
We're all about one thing: video games.
With a gorgeous new website,
best-in-class community forums, and a kick-ass Discord server.
Our sole focus is on bringing you the latest in news, reviews, and features.
From the biggest games to amazing indie titles, we try to do it all so you can focus on what you're going to play day one.
Beyond our regular live streams, we've got the DayOne Show, listened to in over 60 countries across the planet.
and our twice-weekly news-focused broadcast headlines, keeping you up to date and in the know on all things gaming.
If you love video games, you're in the right place.
Help us stand toe-to-toe with the biggest sites out there and consider supporting us directly.
Just head to playday.one/memberships.
And enjoy things like exclusive videos and game giveaways every week.
Thank you for your support.
One.
Okay.
Okay.
Super chat from Baldy McNosehair. Good afternoon, gentlemen. What are you guys hoping / wanting to see at the upcoming Sony State of Play? For me, I want to see the Tomb Raider remake. Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
So lots of things. That's right. To kick off the news segment, Sony have come out swinging with a announced June the 2nd, hour-plus long
Yeah.
State of
It
Play.
is 90
in
minutes
theaters.
if you're at a Alamo Draft House, they say.
And they're inviting press to come and have a little watch party. So it's sounding like they're confident it's a banger.
If I had to guess, obviously they've said we're going to see Wolverine, so we're going to see some real, proper, genuine gameplay of Wolverine by the sounds of it.
Lovely.
If I had to put my guessing hat on, I'd say we're going to see
You're guessing.
Corey's. I'd say we're going to see Corey's game,
Yeah.
which I've heard is called. From what I've heard,
On the rumour mill.
given Sony's penchant for remasters and remakes, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little. Or
Wait,
something
is this
along those
alongside
lines.
the original trilogy remake?
I guess it would be.
Wow.
Well, was the 2018 game? It got a PS5 patch, didn't it?
I think so.
A remaster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw 2018 get a remaster.
Okay.
What else?
So there's pictures that have been on Reddit for a while showing a supposed shot of him in the forest before and after. Oh yes, I am, Trev.
Oh yeah. I think wasn't there a rumor floating around, or was that just people making shit up on Twitter about something GTA probably being there?
I think that's some serious hopium.
There's just been non-stop hopium around seeing trailer 3 for GTA soon.
Oh, that wouldn't be at the state of play, would it?
They don't need. They don't need.
Yeah, they don't need it.
I mean, if they do
don't
have
need
the
state of
marketing
play.
deal, they might get one trailer. But like Strauss has repeatedly said, the marketing for that game begins in earnest in the summer, so probably late July, August. Because again, it's not coming out till November. And the main difference nowadays is everything's so immediate. Most companies are not spending 6 months advertising something before it comes out.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it'll be just like a you know how the Xbox account put out that tweet saying wish list now, and it's like fucking his tweet's like gone absolutely bonkers.
People are desperate for new info on the thing they know is not coming till November, but they need
Maybe
it.
they get that kind of trailer, just the trailer that's like the splash screen that says, "Hey, it's still coming."
Well, no,
This
the
exists.
only thing people want is trailer 3, which doesn't
Yeah, I
have
know.
to be a main part. Like their main marketing could just be 30-second spots, starts up on TV, starts up on websites, pre-order now, because you can only wish list. So trailer 3 would normally come once you can actually pre-order.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but to perhaps answer Baldy McNosehair's question, super chat directly. What am I hoping for? A little bit
Maximo.
of a little bit of
Maximo
boldness
remaster.
from Sony. I don't want to see remasters. I want to see new ideas. So, like, I'm hoping for a cool, crazy, amazing-looking, quirky indie title from a team punching above their weight. Like, I want to see that. I want to see Sony doing something cool, like bring back an old IP that I've never heard of, like Colony Wars. I loved Colony Wars as a kid. I keep thinking about that game. I want to see a new Colony Wars from Sony. But, like, I also
Anna
recognize...
Kournikova Smash Court Tennis too.
Yeah.
I love. You don't understand how much I love. That was like my favorite PS1 game. Smash Court
Probably never
Tennis.
going to get those things. I don't know.
Beach
No, I
Paparazzi
know, but I
Pictures
love that
Edition.
game. It was such a good game, Anna Kournikova Tennis. It was great.
Do you think we'll see more intergalactic?
Not if it's
I can't ever
late
remember
next
the
year.
first name.
If it's their late next
No,
year game,
mate,
probably not.
Yeah, but
A little gameplay tease, little gameplay.
I think that would be
given
a
how they're
Sony thing.
hyping this up.
It's not sorry. That would be a September thing because they always seem to have a June and then a September direct, and I bet you that's a
I just
September
think
one.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of bad news.
Hyping it up. Yeah,
There's a lot of
the way
bad
they're
news.
hyping it up.
Smooth over the
Which
cracks.
is
I need
why
to
we
drop
know
some-
about this show so early, I think. This definitely
Yeah,
was
I
out
reckon
ahead of
too.
other stuff. I'm really hoping, because they generally have Capcom stuff, either them or Jeff should have the date for Onimusha, Way of the Sword.
Onimusha.
Oh, I cannot wait. That's the one I was most anticipating. And then Pragmata and Requiem ended up being amazing. So
Yeah. Oh, they're on a run. Like, you know, for all the stupid things that PlayStation fanboys say about generational runs, Capcom's actually on a generational run.
despite going
Capcom
all in on
actually is.
generative AI.
Oh.
we don't talk about that. We like that.
Are you gonna buy the Onimusha amiibo, Jesse?
No.
I might. Although I probably won't
You
play
won't buy a
Onimusha.
game, but you'll spend $90 on it for amiibos.
No. Actually, now that I think about it, I've actually got quite a few Capcom amiibos. I've got Ken, I've got Ryu, I've now got
That's what you just
Diana.
said, Amiga Bows, and I was like triggered because I was like, Amiga?
No, they're his Amiibros.
I've got-
He hangs out with them.
I've got
Oh,
Mega Man.
Amiibos.
I've got Mega Man as well. I've got like 4 Capcom amiibos. That's funny.
The state of play, though, it comes down to, like, people always wonder about the first party mainly. We know Insomniac will have Wolverine. I highly doubt they'd have anything else. Sony Santa Monica with the Corey game. Intergalactic could, though I think either, later in the year or Game Awards with like a coming fall 2027 type thing. Seems likely for that. Fire Sprite is a studio that had a bunch of stuff canceled, but not their main game. So do we see that finally?
Do we see Fair Games?
Or Break
You mean
In.
Break In?
Or do
Will
we
it
know
break
that it's
in?
been
No,
renamed?
we don't know. We just know that they
Break-In?
literally have a fucking vault heist game called Break In. If they have
Well, no,
two
we-
vault heist games,
We don't know. do we
There's
know Breaking is a
speculation.
vault heist game? Like, it sounds it from the name, right?
Yeah. There was-
So there's
yes.
speculation
Yeah.
that they've rebranded Fair Games, but
Which
or it could
that-
be
would
like a
that be-
tagline. It could be like a tagline. You know, like they trademark taglines.
Oh
like,
yeah, maybe.
You know,
Would
So-
that be the first time a game has been rebranded before it's even come out? Would that be the first time?
No, there's probably been some times where, like, for some reason, they
Oh
had to
no.
change them.
No. Insomniac did it with Fuse. It was called something else. It was called something Strike or something like that before it was
Wasn't-
renamed Fuse.
Poncho Halo Master Chief before it became Halo 5 Guardians. It was just Halo Poncho Master Chief, and so it wasn't given its name. Like it was. I don't know. Like, is that one?
No.
Is that one?
I don't
No.
know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I wouldn't have thought so.
But yeah, I mean, there's so much that could be there.
They
I
don't
think-
have that many other first party that they haven't closed.
Yeah. I mean, I expect some third party
No, a lot for an
exclusive
hour.
partnerships, 100%.
Yeah.
Like tons of them, as many as they can throw together. But it's like, as long as they got good games, I'm in. You know, like,
They seem confident, so I'm expecting a pretty good show.
yeah.
Marvel Tokon, we'll see more of that
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe was there one more team to
Sorry?
show? I don't think they've shown the whole roster yet. They had like a team or two left. So
I don't know.
Do you reckon we'll see anything new from Media Molecule, I should say?
I don't know if they're
No,
making games
like,
or
what
if they're
are
just
they
making
doing?
tools.
What do they have on the CEO
What
of
have they
Sony?
been doing? Yeah, like, how has the studio survived?
Maybe they
Like-
are in the background working and making tools for other studios to use on stuff.
Oh, I don't know, man, but that's a weird one. Yeah, I'm interested. Again, I'm forever secretly hoping that Capcom has a Maximo remaster up their sleeve somewhere. A PlayStation show would be the place to show it, given the first two Maximo games were PlayStation 2 only, so it would make sense to lead in with that audience. I don't think I'll ever lose hope. One day. Those games will be in fashion again. Those sort of cartoony platformer type things. The cycle will come around and they'll be in fashion again, and Capcom will go, you know what? Let's bring back Maximo.
Yeah,
And then
people
I
are
will-
wondering where our Bubsy 4D review is. Fairy Empire is working on it.
Ah, yeah.
See the Game Informer one for that? My God, it's not like the meanest review opening I've ever seen.
I did read something about it. The thing is with side tangent again. I think like today is just going to be
Kal-El. Maximo is not Mario, mate. It's Ghosts and Goblins in 3D. It's a 3D action platformer, Ghosts and Goblins. It's not Mario.
But yeah,
And it's incredible.
the thing with being mean in a review, like I fully get that there are going to be some critics out there that actually, like, when they get the opportunity, they're like, I'm gonna fucking demolish this. But like, conversely, if I've ever played something and I've not loved it, I'm always like, and I just think about how to layer the shit sandwich. You got to put a little bit of shit, and then a little layer of praise, and then a little layer of shit again. But like, don't be a dick about it.
I don't even think you have to put shit.
I'm
the
being
phrases-
facetious. I'm not.
I try and choose my words as carefully as possible if I'm reviewing a game I'm not enjoying. Like,
Yeah, it's constructive criticism, not fuck this piece of shit. I wish
yeah,
it had never
this is-
existed.
hope these devs fucking die for putting me through this.
There is apparently a storied and infamous history to the Bubsy series, but I know little of it. And after enduring Bubsy 4D, a modern platforming take on the orange and obnoxious Bobcat, I have no desire to learn of it. Bubsy 4D features a passable platformer style built upon comboing from one move to the next. I rarely felt the tight control I wanted over the mascot character, and it's held back by repetitive and bland level design. That this platforming is placed within a nonsensical world with threadbare characters and villains, an unsightly visual style, and terrible writing doesn't help. 6 hours of Bubsy 4D felt like an eternity. If only I could travel through the fourth dimension to get my time back.
Oh, that's not mean.
That's not that bad. That's not that bad.
I don't think that's mean. I think that's like, I mean, it's being perhaps sharp, but there's nothing mean.
It's a tad harsh, but I didn't think there was anything overly bad in there.
Well, it's weird because most reviews are fair to Midland. It's like a 72 on Open Critic. It's like that was the.
It's not bad.
That was the
good.
one. Did not like it.
Interesting.
Gave it a 4 out of 10.
I will wait for the ID and Xbox code.
It wouldn't have been this week. It was not.
Yeah,
so
it wasn't.
that's it. Yeah, State of Play. That's what we're expecting at the State of Play.
State of Play, June 2nd.
Yeah.
We'll do a live stream of it. I'm not sure, really, what else to expect from Sony. But they are in the news this week.
But you know what else is in the news?
Shane.
Welcome, Shane. Becoming an Xbox Era supporter on YouTube. Thank you.
A who?
Hey.
Never heard of him.
It's what it pops up and
Xbox
says.
Era.
I've literally changed it 15 times. It will not. It won't change it because it's the channel name. Whoa.
And so it
a
shouldn't.
metal oxide with the $33.60 on the super tip. I'm finally graduating university. Surreal, since I initially dropped out 10 years ago, found you on YouTube 3 years ago when I started my new degree. No matter how stressful uni got, your shows have always lifted my spirits. Big thanks to everyone at Day One.
That is like the loveliest message. That is the loveliest message we've received in several weeks. That's adorable. Congrats. That is awesome. Good for you.
And you fixed the
I
bar.
could lift your spirits.
Thank you. The bar is now not showing 9,000 digits.
That's true. Yes, Sony have been in the news a lot this week.
It's all good.
For various reasons. Where do you guys want to start with this one? We've got the Jason Schreier report, or we've got the.
Just start with the beginning and then where it went to.
Well, the beginning was the Jason Schreier report, right?
No, the beginning was the blog post by Bungie.
Oh, I don't think it was, because the blog post for Bungie was yesterday.
Nope.
Day before
The beginning
yesterday?
was the blog post by Bungie, and then an hour and a half later was the tweet by Jason Schreier.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Okay. Bungie, Destiny 2 is no longer getting any more content updates.
And it had many
whatever's coming
planned.
is going to be the last one. Not good at all. But they are all in on Marathon. And I know that there are people out there that are like, oh, why does everyone want to hate on Marathon? No one wants to hate on Marathon. Everyone wants Bungie to be not dead. But equally, lots of people looked at Marathon and were like, I don't know if this is going to be the thing that isn't going to make you not dead.
It's a niche genre.
It's a niche genre. And I think that that has been proven out in the very faithful community that the game has, but it is not the hit that a studio the size and monetary resources required to keep it operating of Bungie, it's not at that level. So there's that. Destiny 3 is apparently not a thing.
Nope. And they tried and were told that it wasn't worth the investment, essentially. Like, a lot has come out about the last few years under Sony, and the repeated thing seems to be the only budget they really got was for Marathon, and they never could get anything approved for Destiny, which is why Destiny has died, even though it was supposed to be the thing that kept paying the bills while they worked on and built up Marathon. So it's like, it's one of those things again where, and people will say, oh, it's because you're an Xbox. It's like, no, Sony has no history of knowing how to run live service games. And hate them as you do, Ubisoft has proven time and time again, you have to stick with it. Like, if there's something there, and there was definitely something there with Destiny. It was unbelievably popular for a long time. And there is something there with Marathon, so hopefully they do finally stick with it. But you have to be willing to invest. And What's come out from people who work there and from Jason Schreier and others is that they did not want to invest into making a Destiny 3 when it was like pitched, and that they did not want to invest in bigger expansions for Destiny, which is why it has very quickly died.
Yeah.
Like starting from Lightfall, the final shape was cheap. And I know people get mad at me for giving it a 7 because it hit all the nostalgic tones because there were still really talented writers there and there were still really talented artists and designers. It's just like they didn't get most of the voice actors back for it. So you have this big epic conclusion and all these characters you've talked to for a decade are quiet. Like a couple of them say some words. It's just their character models go and fight with you. So it felt cool, but you could see from the beginning that their budget just was not there. And now they're going into the incubation phase. Like for a studio that has 850 devs and their main game in Marathon is like 160th or lower on every platform it is in like daily players. It's really bad.
I mean, you say they have 850 devs,
Well, they used to have 1,300-ish.
but it sounds like, again, according to Schreier, that they are going to be facing layoffs.
And Mr. Grubb, who was in the
Following
chat
this news.
earlier, said he had heard it is that it could be 100 or more. It sounds significant. It's not immediate, but like they canceled working on Destiny 2, which had an expansion due and content planned out beyond that for a while without having anything for those people to go to. Like that's, and supposedly there's things coming out and you never know how true it is, but there were teams internally who knew, but only a handful knew. And most of the people doing it and still working on Destiny and stuff for months had no idea. So that, like all of this just sounds horrible. Like all the leadership, whether it's internal at PlayStation, especially at Bungie, which we know, like the leadership at Bungie was able to kill a golden goose and have nothing ready to replace it.
So then why cancel The Last of Us Online? Why not get Bungie maintaining that?
It's the same thing with, well, it's because like the studios do their own things. It's really hard if you're not there and you're doing it all online and that type of stuff. Like why did the Great Web get canceled? Because the actual studio that would mainly do it, it would have to become pretty much the only thing they do. And this proves that Bungie was right, where they mostly got pulled off of Destiny lately to work on Marathon, and Destiny immediately died. Like you need, being a multi-game studio with massive live service games can't happen, not easily and not cheaply, because if you have to keep hiring people to do stuff. So like if they were going to do The Last of Us Online, they would have had to cancel Intergalactic. And
no, I'm saying Bungie. You just said they've got all these people at Bungie with nothing to work on. So get Bungie to support Last of Us Online.
Never works. Like they're not support studios. They are studios that make their own shit, and they hire support studios.
Sorry, I don't think you're fully getting what Nick's trying to say.
I
He's trying
am.
to say,
I know, but they're not. They're also thousands of miles apart. Like the team.
But
that
no.
was,
There's, again, he's saying, The Last of Us Online. See you later, Naughty Dog. Don't worry, you don't have to work on it.
Doesn't
We
work.
own the IP. We're Sony. We're
doesn't
gonna
happen.
whole game is now
Get
yours.
Bungie to now
get it.
support it.
that does not happen. That almost
I
never
know it doesn't
happens.
happen, but there's no reason why it couldn't happen.
There's no reason
plenty
it
of-
couldn't have happened. What, do you think Rare is still working on Sea of Thieves, do you?
Yes.
Yes. They don't have enough. Yeah, they are. They have support.
I get the
But
point you're
that's the thing.
making.
The main
As
studio,
some-
the main
I'm
studio
not going to say what I was told
hires.
not to say, but okay.
Yeah, the main studio hires support studios, and the main studio still oversees it all. Like it's not. You don't just quickly hand off.
Overseeing and actively developing and working on are two very, very different things.
But it's also a big thing of what Matt Booty talks about, where
I'll tell you off air. I'll tell you off air
even
what I was
care.
told.
the big thing is the culture. Bungie isn't a support studio, so if you're going to turn them into the grunt work for Naughty Dog, that's like completely changing.
I think he's
everything.
saying give them the IP, like when
I know
Christ, give me an
what he's
example.
saying. I'm saying that's just not. I cannot imagine they'd want to do that. Now the underlings
Well-
down below.
So the alternative is just get rid of people?
yes, companies
What?
love firing people.
Oh, that's dumb.
I mean, that's just.
But then this
that's-
whole acquisition was fucking dumb, wasn't it?
It always was, yeah.
This whole
It's
acquisition
very
was
silly
so
acquisition.
stupid. Like, just it was the most reactionary console war fueled acquisition I've ever seen in my life, and I couldn't believe how. Like, I thought nothing will ever top the stupidity of ABK, and I reckon this might have. Yes, it's not the same monetary level, but I reckon on the stupidity scale, I reckon it probably beats it. Like it was just dumb.
It is way up there. Like, and what was the famous quote from Jim Ryan? I think it'll prove out. Like,
yeah,
I can't remember the full quote.
Yeah, something about getting more out of Bungie
It's
than
a more
Microsoft
valuable
will out of
acquisition
ABK.
than ABK. Yeah.
Okay, bro. What a sliding doors moment, isn't it, though, with Bungie? It's sad, even as someone who always suspected Bungie wasn't the studio everyone thought they were. Like, even when Microsoft owned them, I'm like, Bungie fluked Halo CE. Let's not get too excited here. It was a fluke. It's still sad to see where they are right now. Like, if only... I just wonder what almost the gaming landscape would look like had Phil and others at Xbox just said to Bungie, you know what, you guys want to do Destiny as well as Halo? Okay, go for it. And just let them do Destiny while they were still under Microsoft. I just wonder what things would look like now. Like, I feel like everyone involved, including Phil, including everyone, probably if they could go back, they'd be like, go ahead, guys. Do Destiny.
I don't know.
Do Destiny.
I feel like those are just big what ifs. Like, I think the frustrating
what
thing.
ifs. That's what a sliding doors moment is. A sliding doors moment is a what if.
But it's like, okay, things might be different, but like, I don't see the value in like an imagining of that sort, if you know what I mean. The thing that I find the most frustrating, and it must be frustrating for the folks at Bungie, is, you know, the mismanagement from the now departed Bungie leadership, who fucking, they pump those fucking numbers like, yeah, Sony, yeah, millions, billions actually,
Billions
three
and
of them
billions.
at least, and then they got to bail with their golden parachutes, and now the studio is left holding the bag. They've gone all in on Marathon, and look, it's a great game. It's not for me, but it's a great game. There's no denying that the Bungie magic is in there, but it didn't do what I think everybody expected a Bungie game to do. And Bungie typically we expected a unique Bungie take on the extraction shooter, and what we got was a really competent extraction shooter, but it didn't have that.
The thing that everybody wants from Bungie, which is a good PvE element as well.
Yeah. And they're going to explore that, they've said, for Marathon now, but like now they're just left in this scenario where, and this is hard for a lot. Like, I grew up as a kid as a big Xbox fan, reading the Bungie.net weekly updates for Halo development and getting hype at all sorts of different descriptions of some of the tech they were doing back in the day. And to see it kind of end up like this is just painful. But the reality is that studio is located in a super expensive location. They are absolutely massive. And their latest game did not hit the levels that it needs to hit to sustain that studio of that size. So there are going to be layoffs. The question is, like, what happens next? Like, because, and this is the bigger picture, right? Is that, okay, we've just released a game. We've got this game that's now going to like end of life support. It takes 2, 3, 4, 5 years to make something else. What do you do? Do you shrink that studio back down to a core of like 300 people and take a gamble again? And this is the thing that these business folks are doing. They go,
put them on The Last of Us Online.
I mean, if we were in charge of Sony, Nick, I get you. Like, take all that code, off you go, Bungie.
The game is there. They haven't gone dragged it into the rubbish bin and gotten rid of it. The game is still there. And it was Bungie who were like, no, I don't think you should make this. The irony of that.
I mean, you immediately have a bunch of people working on an engine they'd never used. Unless they worked at Naughty Dog before.
Oh, well, learn.
No, Jesus Christ. That's just, it doesn't work. It sounds great. It doesn't work.
Get a couple of people from Naughty Dog to
Doesn't work.
help them out and fucking just...
Yeah, spend a few years teaching them how to do something and then just add a couple $100 more million onto the budget. Like, Sony
It
is
is a
looking
very
to cut
sad
budget
statement.
right
It's
now.
all C++. It's all C++.
Yeah. Just vibe code that shit, man. Get Claude
Yeah, you got
involved.
Claude. Pay for a Claude
Yeah,
subscription. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Gamers are they're fine with it. Yeah, they love AI. Oh, what a mess. And then on top of that, they announced that, hey, Essentials, PS Plus Essentials is going up in price. And it was super vague because then PS Plus Extra and Premium also went up. And everyone was like, wait, what?
The initial tweet said PS Plus, PlayStation Plus pricing will be going up for new customers, and if you change your tiers, effective immediate or effective soon, this is what it's going to change in English money, American money, and European money for PlayStation Plus, Essentials, monthly, and tri-monthly tiers. And that's all the tweet was. And then once the price change went through, it was all three tiers with Essentials going up $1 a month, Extra going up $2 a month, Premium going up $2 a month with no warning, nothing about the other two. And now, and that was just America. In other markets like Australia, Extra is now more expensive than Game Pass Premium, and Premium is more expensive than Game Pass Ultimate.
That's mad.
I feel like Sony is pushing their luck with PlayStation Plus. And by that I mean, if you compare the three services, so you've got Game Pass, you've got PlayStation Plus, and you've got Nintendo Switch Online. Sony's feels to me like the one with the least value, the least attraction, the least anything. Like, it's the one that I would argue you need the least. So Game Pass, at least you can say, you know what? Day one, brand new games. Awesome. Nintendo Switch Online. Ultra cheap and all the retro games. Cool.
Awesome.
There's something there to get you. Yes, they've also put cloud saves in Nintendo's, and they've put Mario Kart DLC. They've put Switch 2 upgrades into it. They've given you something. I feel like PlayStation Plus doesn't have a hook, and they're pushing their luck by continuing to up the price, and they're getting it to a point where even people who are like rusted on, are going to be like, no.
Yeah.
Like, I'm even at the point now where I'm like, if you're going to keep upping this price, I only play Fortnite on my PS5. What am I subbing to Plus for?
Yeah.
I only play Fortnite, which is free to play. I don't need Plus for that. I have a new PS5, the 30th anniversary edition, so I don't have to worry about my cloud saves. What am I here for? What am I subbing for?
Like, does this price increase mean that Game Pass Ultimate is the best deal in gaming again?
It depends. If you like your retro games, then Nintendo Switch Online is the best deal in gaming.
Fair. I just
It's cheap as hell. Like, Nintendo Switch Online is very cheap.
I feel like PlayStation can do some of this stuff and not get the kickback that they should get because they're just so dominant.
Well, they got a small initial kickback, and then the media pretty much treated it as, oh, it's just $1 on Essentials. It's not that bad. And then hardly anyone covered it once it came out that it's actually every tier.
Well, it's not just that. Sony was smart. They announced, they revealed or semi-revealed this price increase, and then went, State of Play. Hey, State of Play. Look over here.
Shiny keys.
Look over here. Hey, look over here. That's what they did. So now everyone's forgotten about the price increase. It's smart. It's smart.
Yeah, you got to give them that. It is very clever. Like, I don't know.
They
man.
have
Like,
understood
it is
how to control
bonkers.
media narratives for a very long time in a way that Microsoft has never had any idea or clue how to.
It's not about knowing how. Like,
Oh, I don't just
Microsoft-
mean the way they talk. I also mean the you know how they are behind the scenes.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, PlayStation doesn't have an entire gaming media that wants them dead.
Oh, I know, and I
they
know that's
can
what I'm saying.
Get away with certain things.
The media, way to say it.
How do I word this?
There is, especially in certain markets, there are platform holders who will just immediately cut you out if you don't step in line.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
If you aren't either at the worst neutral
or in
or
our case, positive.
always
enough.
positive,
Yeah.
yeah, then companies just won't work with you. And people talk about, I think what's the phrase? Access journalism.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anything we do is journalistic, right? Particularly, I wouldn't say I'm a video game journalist. We just love video games. We happen to be in a position where the people watching and the people that support us directly have enabled us to be able to build a place where we can talk about them for a job, which is fucking cool. But we have definitely learned a lot as we've gone along on this journey, because we've been figuring this out, flying by the seat of our pants, and it is very obvious that if you take a certain tact or if you take a certain tone, companies will not want to work with you, and that's normal, that's human, right? If you're just constantly these guys fucking suck, why would anyone want to work with you? But if you just have fair feedback, and you might communicate it in an entertaining way, right? Because this is an entertainment podcast primarily, but they don't seem to take that into account. So yeah, it's definitely, we've learned that a little bit. It's but it's got to the point where it's like, do we have to watch what we say? And in some ways we do, in that we won't deliberately leak stuff, and that's why we're pretty hot on the mute button when Nick's talking.
Did a lot today.
Yeah. But do I want to have to sugarcoat, or do I want to have to cage my viewpoint on a topic because I might offend some big higher up conglomerate who can be like, oh, fuck those guys? No, I don't really want to do that, because that's my opinion.
But
man.
it's
You
always
can't get mad
been
at that.
a weird relationship, though, because something I've always said, despite being a beneficiary of it, is that these companies don't technically owe us anything.
Nope.
They don't have to give us anything that they
No,
give
they
us. They just do it that way because that's how it's always been, really.
Yeah.
Not for any other reason. And I've always felt like most reviewers and gaming outlets have often felt entitled to everything.
Yeah.
Which I've always found odd.
Yeah. There's always
But it's the journalist.
whenever I see an
media
article
side.
where's our review? And it's like, we just straight up go, hey, we didn't get code for that one.
Yeah. It's the more journalist side of holding companies accountable. Like that mindset of being an actual reporter and I am here to serve the public is where I think it comes from more. And then obviously we get it more and more with creators who don't serve anything except for trying to build an audience, who then act the same way because that's how they saw journalists act when they grew up.
Yeah. The thing that blows my mind nowadays is that, it's very rare that we will get sent what you would call creator care packages. And mixtapes, a classic one, the narrative being that everyone that gave the game a high score got some $500 gift goodie bag to sugarcoat. Come on, give us a 10. We've given you your own CD player with tracks from the 90s on it. And it's the hilarity of seeing, and I'm generalizing here, but content creators, not video game website writers, wax lyrical about how the journalists, the video game heroes, are doing that, when it is always the content creator side that is predominantly in that boat of getting the free shit and then doing the spiel. It blows my mind, because it's literally the complete reversal of how the industry actually operates and works. It's really odd. But anyway, tangent. It's a tangent show. Yeah, PlayStation in a weird spot, but hey, we've got to start playing a week and a bit.
It sounds like
So-
a good one.
Sounds like it'll be fun. We'll be tuning in. You can hang out with us live.
Yeah, me, you, and Ursel.
Yeah, right before we fly out to SGF, baby. Yeah.
Technically, it'd be
day
at a
is
time of
June
day even Nick
2nd?
could do.
Tuesday?
Yeah, what day is June 2nd?
Yeah,
It'd
Tuesday.
be it'd be late night for. Would that be your third? In the morning, it would be the third for you, I believe.
So Tuesday. So for me,
Be
it'll
Wednesday
be
morning, I think.
Third Wednesday morning. Oh damn! I'm in the office.
Darn.
Damn it!
No luck.
That's
They don't
annoying.
normally do them on Tuesdays either. They're normally like Wednesdays or Thursdays.
Yeah, I know. They usually do it on a Thursday.
Yeah.
They're sneaking it in before SGF lands.
It's a good week.
Maybe they're
man.
doing some stuff there. I don't know.
Like, so Tuesday, summer game or state of play. Friday, summer game fest or opening night live, whatever he calls it, I forget. And then Sunday, Xbox, and then supposedly middle of June, according to Grub again, general direct, most likely, potentially general, some form of direct. So maybe like a week or
Nice.
two later. Nick's dying. He choked on water. This technically
he's-
would be called drowning.
Oh, it's so painful when
Yeah.
that happens.
Yeah, his
Oh, it
nose
goes
is
down
in-
the wrong hole.
Yeah,
You're
his face is
aspirating.
pure
Oh.
red. We're about
dear.
an hour and 25 in for the short.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk about some Team Green news now. But Nick needs a moment.
Thanks for the gifted memberships, Machine XP.
Oh,
I was watching
bucket?
Nick die. I didn't even notice.
Oh
5.
my god!
Who got them, Nick? Keep talking.
Monskeeter Ford 9987, Lucas Olcindo, Farq, the
Hey,
Buds,
what
the
did I do?
2562,
and Brit.
yeah, and Brit. Oh yeah, Brit got one. Oh my god, that water went down before I was ready for it.
Say it's the wrong pipe, and Nick will correct you.
Oh,
Isn't it funny how people say it's the wrong hole? It's like there's no such thing as the wrong hole. It's that the water goes down before you're expecting it and ready for the water to go down.
Maybe it goes where the air's going in your throat. in
no,
your,
it goes.
lungs.
It goes into your lung, and you've got a little valve in there that goes "What? No, and that's what makes you go because you've aspirated a bit of water.
It can be both.
what
Sometimes it
hurts.
can be you swallow before your mind is ready, but also sometimes it's going into where air goes.
And the reason it hurts so much is that gives you a tiny glimpse about what drowning might feel like.
No, that wasn't the wrong hole. That was it went down before I was ready. Because it just, oh my god.
But what
I was
fuck
holding
you.
it in till I could mute it. I was holding it in like desperately till I could mute the mic. Huh. Oh my god.
Fuck you in the chat. I guess I'll be seeing some of you in LA soon. I'm not looking forward to my 11-hour flight from Heathrow. Let us know when you're flying out, man, because we fly out on June the 4th in the morning
Sucking on the
from the UK, from Heathrow Terminal 3 with Virgin Atlantic. So you might even be on the same plane. That'd be exciting, wouldn't it? All right, Xbox. Loads of stuff happening here as well. We talked a little bit about Forza Horizon 6, absolutely smashing out of the park. But Asha Sharma's back again with some stuff and doing some things.
On another retention tour.
Yeah. Where do we start with this?
I don't know. Where do we start?
Was the capital Xbox thing this week or last week?
I don't even remember.
I don't know, but that's one of the dumbest things ever.
I hate it. I'm sorry, Xbox.
It's one of the dumbest
I-
things ever.
I hate it so much, and I
So do
just
I.
can't.
We will,
So do I.
as a website, we will ignore it forever.
Yeah, like I'm never gonna do it. Sorry, guys.
I think
It's
we
just-
did talk about this last week. I think we did talk
We
about
might
this
have,
last
yeah.
It's shifted into people trying to vote on what the next Xbox should be called. I'm like, the most basic things you guys will get, you will
Xbox
not.
6.
You will not be allowed to do a
Xbox
name or
6.
anything that actually matters. Because I didn't put it in
I
there.
know they're not going to call it. I know they're not going to call it Xbox 6 because they're not smart enough to do that. But just call it Xbox 6 for the love of God. Just call it Xbox 6.
They took one piece of feedback and they marked it as, hey, we agree with this, and they've already, I think, changed the hours played to show hours instead, or time played to show hours instead of days and hours. And so people are like, yeah, they're going to do everything we say. I'm like, no, they're going to take the most basic stuff. They're not going to do anything that costs them money. They're not going to do anything that's related to like marketing and trying to sell products. But the little things like that you'll get.
I went through the top 10.
Just call it. Everyone, vote for Purple Monkey Chicken Dinosaur. And that'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
what it's called.
Like it's like the whole Boaty McBoatface thing. Do you remember when there's like, name a boat and everyone was like, well, Boaty McBoatface? And they were like,
face.
we'll name one of the lifeboats that. I'm like, you chicken shits.
Machine
But
XP.
like-
I like that name. Ekbok. I like that
Xbox.
name. Ekbok.
I rated the top 10.
Oh, yeah,
and then
Slotbox.
and then video game journalist Jez Corden shamelessly ripped me off.
He
and then,
did
and then
twice
did
the work
same
you
thing,
did.
but rated 20.
Yep, you were lazy. He was not.
I was not lazy. I made a whole probability meter, which took
Made
me
it up.
a significant amount of time.
You just pulled that out of your out of thin air.
But it's cool that they are where they can enact on feedback and do it quickly. I like that. The big news part of this week, though, was the new expanded leadership team with some new hires and some that were interesting, to say the least.
Hopefully none
we've
of
got
them live around the White House, which has now been put under lockdown with dozens of gunshots heard.
Fuck
America.
off, really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
There's
America
I can share it to you guys. An NBC News reporter was live outside, and all of a sudden they just a ton of gunshots, and she goes, "Oh shit!"
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Anyway, like don't talk about politics.
There
Anyway,
you go. I sent it to you.
yeah, I'm reading. New leadership in Asha Sharma's making more moves, and they've hired industry analyst Matthew Ball, who wrote that report about COVID.
Yearly. Yeah, we've read his reports a lot. The state of
Yep.
gaming.
Have we?
Yep.
Yeah, I have to give a shout here. Like, you know, sometimes when you see a headline and it makes you do a double take. Eurogamer's public tweet, and I don't think it was even the headline, but there's certainly what people saw was Xbox hires industry analyst who thinks video games are losing out to crypto, porn, and I'm like, yeah, that's technically true, but you know what you're doing, Eurogamer. Like, the IGN is getting into you here a little bit, lads. But yeah, Matthew Ball is in as Chief Strategy Officer. What do we think about this, gentlemen? How do we feel about this?
I've read something online, and I'm not sure how true it is, so I'm asking. Allegedly, supposedly, Matthew Ball has gone and deleted a bunch of tweets he made about how single-player games are a waste of time and resources, and they don't need to be developed. And he's gone and deleted all those tweets, and I'm like, oh, if this is true.
Analyst versus person actually there as the new Chief Strategy Officer, they're just very different things. Like you will.
I know.
Yeah.
But
I have no idea. But also, this is a really
Yeah.
weird banner they chose where they like Asha Sharma's leaning on something and they just completely cut it all out. So she's just leaning on nothing.
But it's nothing.
Yeah, I don't get that. But yes, Xbox hires analyst who said games were losing the attention battle with gambling, crypto, and porn as Chief Strategy Officer, not capitalized, in another leadership revamp. That should be capitalized.
Yeah.
The Chief Strategy Officer.
Look, like everything Asher is doing, I'm going to remain skeptical.
Well, that's not going to get you a follow, mate. It's not going to
Until
get you a follow on
results.
social media,
Well,
is it?
You got to go two ways, Nick.
Chicken or the egg?
You're either
Chicken or the
going
egg?
my queen and you're putting up AI ridiculous cringe shit, or you're saying another huge mistake and attacking it. You can't be neutral. You don't get any followers.
I will remain skeptical. And if she follows me, then that skepticism may ease up somewhat. But until that point, I will remain skeptical.
Asher, if you're listening, or if the social team for Xbox who peruse these sorts of shows is listening, don't let us succumb to this kind of blackmail. It is not becoming. Xbox does not negotiate with terrorists. Okay?
In the end, I will know the seriousness of how much Xbox wants to fix Xbox. Or Xbox, to capitalize it. I will know how much they want to fix Xbox as to whether they reach out for advice. If they don't,
The ego.
if they don't, clearly they're not that serious.
So, Matthew Ball, I mean, I've read a lot of his reports over the years, and it's always interesting reading. The question is, like, what's he's going to do, right? What's the goal here? According to Chris String, the job is to strengthen the console side of Xbox. So, what do we do
Chris
about
String
that?
replied to one of my tweets in
I
an
saw.
immediately defensive way, because I misinterpreted a Shinobi tweet when he said he came from Amazon Studios. I just immediately took that as Game Studios.
Because the other guy did
Yeah.
come from Game Studios.
So I must have just got everything
But
tangled
yeah,
up.
Matthew
'cause
Ball was in the more entertainment media
entertainment.
TV side. Yeah.
Yes, because when Shinobi said, Matthew Ball came from Amazon Studios, I'm like, how is this a good appointment? Amazon Game Studios has been terrible. Like, this is not a good appointment. And Chris String was like, no, he didn't come from there. I'm like, oh, okay, I must have misinterpreted. And people were telling me he came from the entertainment part of Amazon Studios. I'm like, oh, that's less bad.
Scott
Like,
Van
Amazon
Vliet was part of Amazon Game Studios.
Yeah, and he's joined as the CTO.
And that's
So-
not right.
Yeah, chief technology officer though, but he was in charge of Azure, OpenAI. He led engineering teams for Microsoft Teams during COVID. He works for Amazon, Alexa, Amazon Game Studios, the Amazon App Store. He works on Minecraft Fire TV Edition. He was the VP of Digital Play at Mattel and worked across brands such as Batman, Barbie, Angry Birds, Fruit Ninja, and Cut the Rope. Per Chris String's The Game Business.
Which will be
Newsletter.
talking to Matthew Ball at Summer Games Fest in a few weeks as part of their
Yeah.
interview thing.
Matthew Ball apparently was frequently on their podcast.
Yeah.
So I suspect that's part of where the defensiveness came from.
I mean, it's if anything, like, I'm trying to think of the right way to word this. Clearly, Microsoft has made so many fumbles, mistakes, rakes, however you want to put it, over the few years. Like, and I get that, you know, Nick, to your point, how much of this can be attributed to just Asha, how much of this was in the works beforehand. You know, you're never going to truly know. Like, we've seen other members of the team, like especially with all the new console updates, that was stood up as an initiative from Asha. But like, I've got to give some credit where it is due, in that she has come in, she is making decisions, and she is putting people in place, and she is recognizing, like, to the benefit of people that love the console, want the console to continue, that this is foundational and important and it has to survive, and they are doing something about it. We don't know what the end result yet is going to be. We don't know what the decisions are that are going to be finalized when it comes to all the things that people are desperately huffing hopium about. You know, bring back exclusives. We don't know yet what's going to happen there, but they are doing stuff to figure out the answers to those questions. I don't think that the end results that the community want are all going to come out to play, but at least there is something going on. It is just not spinning its wheels. There is movement again. There is intent, and that is better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick.
And in her defense, even though I am the captain of Team Skeptical, hashtag Team Skeptical, in her defense, she's been there like 15 minutes. Like, let's just cool our jets a little bit and give her some actual, like, given her
A little grace.
short, she's been there for such a small amount of time. She's actually had a surprising amount of impact in such a small window of time. So I will give her that much.
They are on
And
a
it's-
blitz of easy wins, I think you would say.
Yeah. And it's
Yes.
great to see Xbox staff so fired up as well, like
And it's
genuinely
all-
hyped.
Yes, and it's all right now. It is very much, you can tell, very much focused on retention. It's all about the fans, and it's all about making fans happy, and it's all about making employees feel energized. Everything is about making the few people they have happy. That is very, very much clear right now. And that's fine. That's all you can really do when you first step in the door. You can't do too much beyond that, because as we know, companies as big as Microsoft, they don't turn quickly. They're not nimble. They're not agile.
Nope.
They're more like the Titanic. So
Slowly sinking before they break in half.
no, they just don't turn slowly before the iceberg hits.
And the things like
Before they hit the
exclusives
iceberg.
and next gen strategy are not things that can change at this point for the hardware, at least. Like where they're a year and a half away from new hardware, there's not much you can change or do, especially in this whole scenario where SSDs are unbelievably expensive. RAM is still unbelievably expensive. The things that I think they will keep looking at and they will figure out over time are what do we port, when and where, because there still will be plenty of ports, but it's like things like South of Midnight and Avowed and stuff, they probably only work as day one everywhere. So if we're not going to day one everywhere, we probably should stop doing the timed ones and just, does Keeper ever go anywhere? Like that's technically a de facto exclusive right now. They didn't put it anywhere else. And now with all the things they've seen, I think those are the long-term things you look at to keep trying to figure out where the strategy is going to shift. But I don't think the major shifts have to happen until they're really in the ramp up to the next generation. And that's why people really pushing hard now for like, you can't show other people's icons or logos at the June showcase. And it's maybe next year that you don't. Maybe it's already locked in for this year, and you the agreements and the things you get are because the studios are happy that people immediately know everything it's going to be on. You never know what all the backroom dealings are on things that you would think it's an easy change. You can go into the final image and just delete some of the other things from the trailer.
You can.
In Premiere.
It is an easy change.
But is there a business side tied up in that? And it's like, yeah, we're here and we're giving you this instead of Jeff because it'll show everyone it's going to be on everything. You don't know. That's always it's always more complicated and harder than you would think in companies of this size with money of this magnitude going back and forth all the time. And I do think they'll probably just try and keep pushing off the major decisions everyone's super focused on right now until they really need to make them and start talking about it. And we did get a $5 tip from good old Collingwood.
Yeah, from good
and to
old
chime
Collingwood.
in, it looks like Xbox is grappling with what the future of gaming is, unlike what it is or what it is not happening at Sony or Nintendo. Like that, because again, like there's no reason for them to go back to an old strategy that didn't work for them or Sony for growing. Because for the trillionth time, if it was just about sustainability, the old system would work forever. But these companies want to get bigger, and that stopped happening with the old system, which is why they even with Nintendo, they upped accessory prices instead of the whole system because they want to keep selling systems because their user base is unbelievably good at buying games nonstop when they get the hardware. But they don't lose money on hardware because their users are used to that price versus performance. But where can they grow? We're getting movies, we're getting TV, we tried mobile, didn't work great. But we got movies, we got theme parks, like they're going a different way than the other two because they just have this dedicated fan base that neither Xbox or PlayStation
We have toys.
have ever had. They are a toy company. They understand
They
toys
have
in a way
toys.
no one else does. And Sony's entire ecosystem is heavily tied into their hardware getting third-party microtransaction money. And so and they've made more money than ever, but they weren't keeping it. So they're like 3 years into telling everybody now, we're going to cut all of our costs everywhere we can, and we're going to squeeze you. And it's a bold strategy. I have no idea how it will go because it's been shown in the past when they push too far, their fans will abscond. They're happy to come back, but they will leave if things are too bad. But even then, I don't think they leave to Xbox. I think they leave to PC, which is where Xbox is going, where Xbox's baseline next generation is a PC. But their lofty goal, and I think we all question if they can do it, can they make the PC that is the next generation just work like a console if you want it to? You get all the benefits of the PC side. When I turn this shit on, I want my quick resume to work. I want updates to just work. I don't want to sit around and wait for shaders. Obviously, they're working on that last one, but everyone's going in very different directions. And I think the only one you can really bet on doing fine is Nintendo, and yet they've lost half their stock price because everything's stupid.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel negative about any of this stuff. I feel like it's cool.
Just wait and see.
I don't feel negative about any of it. It's not about negativity. It's about skepticism. It's about caution. It's about...
I don't feel any of that either, because they were going down a path, and the path is resulting for me right now, at this very moment, in lots of really great games so far. Now, if I'm super like, what happens to the console? Like on that front, yeah, a little bit like, how's that going to shake out? But now they're doing all this stuff. I'm like, okay, let's see what happens. You know, like I get the skepticism part, but like you can be skeptical of the original plan, like because you were very vocally against the original plan, right?
I was.
So like, I think you could maybe be a little bit hopeful rather than skeptical at this point, because instead of just sticking to the original plan, they are.
Yeah, but as I've said previous weeks, there's one core problem here. That's persistent. Mr. Nadella is still there. That while he continues to exist at that company, I'm always going to remain skeptical.
Fair.
Because he's ultimately the core of the problem. He really is, because he just doesn't understand the industry, and he's always thought that you can just apply the same rules you have in Office and Windows and Azure and all that sort of shit. He just thinks you could apply all of that to video games and it would just work the same way. Like the fact that this gentleman doesn't have a basic fundamental understanding of the fact that he doesn't come from a monopoly in video games. It's easy for him to just click his fingers and do these things with quote unquote success in areas where he has a monopoly that was already established before he got there. Xbox didn't have a monopoly established before he got there. So he's just, and to me, I'm like, how smart actually are you if you couldn't even see that or understand that before you made all these calls and ruined everything? Like I'm here, man. I'm here. Just reach out. I'll give you guys my day one email. Reach out to me for advice. I can. You've made my job a lot harder, but I can still fix it. You've made my job a little more difficult than about 5 or 10 years ago, but I can still fix it. Just reach out. John will give you my email.
Oh man! All right.
Well, Asha follows John, so John can give her my email and say, "Hey, Asha, here's Nick's email. He'll work for free. He'll fix Xbox for free."
Work for free for us.
Speaking of things that
games.
are fixed or at least replaced, the Xbox Game Studio shop is out. Now, I know that in the show notes here it says it's finally back, but that's because the Xbox Gear shop is still offline. Gear.xbox.com doesn't go anywhere.
Nope.
This is new and seems to be replacing the Gear shop.
Yeah, it's going
and
into
it's
their litany of developer stores, and so there's like an Activision, there's a Blizzard, there's some other, I think Rare has their own, even though this has some Rare, so this is just for Xbox Game Studios and doesn't cover like Bethesda, who has their own stuff. And yeah,
and there's a ton of merch here. There's Halo t-shirts and Kraken mugs for Sea of Thieves, and there's blank spots that don't lead to anything right now for Gears of War and Fable. So that's cool. The thing that bugs me about a lot of like design stuff, especially when it comes to games, is like I want to see a bit of art from the game, but they always put the title of the game on the t-shirt.
No, nrXic.
and it kind of sucks the design out of it a little bit for me. Like,
It's like the wallpapers. They do that with the wallpapers.
Yeah.
It's like, just give us a wallpaper without the logo. I don't want the logo. I like your artwork. Give me your artwork. I don't want the logo on it.
yeah, but there's some nice stuff there. Like, I like a lot of I like that mouse mat. Mouse
I was
mat.
just about to say, I reckon my son would really like that mouse mat, that desk
It's nifty,
mat
isn't it?
thing. Well, he still plays Halo Infinite. He was playing it just the other day again. He still plays it and boots up bot matches and still plays. He loves it.
Yeah.
He actually loves it.
But yeah, there's some stuff there. You can go and drop some pennies and get some merch. It's very exciting stuff.
you get a
I
tentacle
really like
mug.
that mouse mat. Is that available in Australia, that website? Probably not.
I don't know. I do not know, mate.
Go to shop.xboxgamestudios.com.
Look at that cool cracker mug. Yeah.
That's ugly.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That's gross.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah, look how disgusting it looks. Yeah.
It's time for my morning coffee.
My morning cup of Kraken cum.
shit mug.
Oh dear. Yeah, so there's that, and then the last piece of Xbox news is that apparently, rather than continue to fight in court, they've agreed to settle a ugly Activision Blizzard shareholder pension lawsuit.
It's essentially Bobby Kotick versus a Swedish pension fund that had a lot of Activision Blizzard stock.
Yeah, and they've settled for $250 million. That's one quarter of a
chump
Destiny
change.
3.
That's
One
chump
quarter of a
change.
Destiny. So
That's in Satya's little
Sofa.
change.
That's
section
what
of
they'll
the
put
car.
into OpenAI or in a day sometimes.
scary stuff. Yeah, like in terms of other news, there's some other bits and pieces. I think
John's very tired, so
the biggest thing here, like, what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about Circana sales numbers?
it's pretty much just the Switch is doing great. Not everything else is, but I think the thing Nick wants to talk about is a little game called Virtua Fighter
Yes, he does.
Crossroads.
Oh yeah, man, like
Like, literally, I wrote this story up. I saw this footage on Reddit. I was like, looking at it. I was like, this is real. This looks great.
I thought when I first saw that, I'm like, this can't be real. This cannot be real footage. I was like, that looks so good.
Well, you know why?
Like,
It's they're not using the Dragon Engine. This is Unreal Engine 5, I believe.
is it really?
Unreal Engine 5 is amazing for certain things. Like Lego Batman is Unreal Engine 5, and it's one of the best looking things you'll ever see.
Why is Sarah called Stella? That was weird.
Maybe it's a new
That's
character.
Has she ever been called
That's
that?
what.
in other-
No, Sarah is Sarah. Sarah's been there from Virtua Fighter 1. It's Jackie's sister.
Oh.
Her name is Sarah Bryant. And I'm like, that's what made me think the footage was fake at first, because they had Sarah's name wrong. And I'm like, or is this just placeholder stuff? I just wasn't sure. But that, I thought
supposedly
that
that
was
is a
bit-
new character who just looks a lot like her. That's what somebody's saying online here. Yep. Is Stella a clone of Sarah Bryant? A Virtua Fighter lore theory. The video on YouTube. She's a new character.
That would be weird.
Virtua Fighter is always weird.
No, it's not.
But yeah, maybe she's.
But you know what I
yeah,
find
some relation to Sarah.
What I find fascinating and also frustrating is that I've seen people online going, "Oh, look how cool! You know, finally someone's making a realistic fighter." I'm like, "Huh? But that was Virtua Fighter from 1993. What the fuck are you talking
Well, outside
about?"
of jumping
That's
30
why-
feet in the air.
That's why I was always a Virtua Fighter person and hated Tekken. Like to me, Tekken was always Wish.com Virtua Fighter. Like, it was just never anywhere near as good. Like, Virtua Fighter was always going for trying to be a sim that was as close to a sim as we have in the industry. That's why I never, like, to me, that's why for me, Virtua Fighter and Street Fighter were my yin and yang. So I had Virtua Fighter as like my sim realistic fighter, and then I had Street Fighter for my fantastical fireballs and cool kicks and this, that, the other. they were a nice balance to each other. And then Tekken came along, and I'm like, who the fuck are you, dude? Fuck off. And then I watched Tekken become popular just because of PlayStation, and I'm like, man, fuck casual gamers. I was like, you guys have no fucking idea. Tekken sucks compared to Virtua Fighter. And I'm happy that hopefully people are going to realize it thanks to Virtua Fighter 6.
I mean, this does look really good.
Oh my God, it looks fucking insane. Like, they're almost there. Remember how I said I thought they might struggle with
That
having
fluidity.
it flow and
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
at making it look really fluid? This looks like they've almost figured it out.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. Like,
Matt the
that
Rat
looks-
with a 1785. G'day from down under. Here's the Gamescom. Keen to see what's new. I'm gaming. Bring it home, boys. I
Thanks,
think it meant
mate.
new in gaming.
Thanks, Father Rat.
I got
Thanks,
thrown
mate.
off.
But yeah, like, it looks, my God. Like, I know that obviously Sega's not happy about this, but at the same time, this could turn out to be a positive, because all I'm seeing is pretty
hype.
much hype
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
online.
And
Like,
they're Chinese symbols down below, or are they Japanese? I always
They're
get it
Japanese.
wrong.
They're Japanese.
They are
They're
Japanese. I was gonna
Japanese.
say, yeah. The moment I saw these, it looked more.
that's
so-
hiragana. Hiragana.
whoever-
there's Japanese has katakana and hiragana. I'm pretty sure that's hiragana.
And that leaked on Bilibili, the Chinese website. So I wasn't sure if it was like a because sometimes you can track it down because it will have the local subtitles, and then you can be like, somebody with access to the company we've paid to do the translation on this screwed us over. But yeah.
I don't know if I agree with you. The game adaptation newscast where he says it's a recording of a screen, so it's hard to see how good it really looks. I would argue the opposite.
Oh yeah,
I would
the
argue
fact that it
that
looks that good in that, like,
Despite
yeah,
being
Yeah,
a
I mean,
recording
like-
on the screen.
You can still see the excellent animation work. You can
Oh.
yeah,
see
you don't know the
even the lighting.
final. You might not know the final texture qualities and stuff,
Yeah,
but
sure.
everything else looks amazing.
very,
like-
very, very impressed.
I just saw a random person tweeting it, and the first 3 seconds, I thought it was just real. I thought it was just real. I'm like, what the fuck? How is this possible? I'm just, oh my God. I don't
I'm
care if
curious
it's
if this is
2028.
a Summer Games Festy thing, maybe, but it was interspersed with
Maybe.
talking to the devs. So it's like you see footage, and then it goes to the game's directors and stuff talking about
You know
it.
what it almost looks like?
Another Xbox Presents.
An Xbox Presents?
Dun dun dun. Can you
Could you
And
imagine
then if they get
it's an
Virtua
Xbox
Fighter
Presents
into
Virtua
Game Pass
Fighter?
and Nick shits and spans.
Oh my God.
I'm joking. I doubt they do.
I would poop a chicken if they got like. Oh man, I love Virtua Fighter. I love Virtua Fighter. Like, it is one of the most. It's one of those formative games for me,
Yeah, it's
Virtua
fair,
Fighter,
man.
and I still get so upset that I can't get an arcade perfect port of the first game at home. I still love the first game. I still absolutely love the first game, even with its fucking polygons and its, it's so much slower. Like, and that's the beauty of Virtua Fighter. Like, if you track it through, each game has improved in a tangible and genuine way. So
Especially with the Genesis release. Wow, that was great for 2.
Virtua Fighter 2 was a massive leap from 1, both visually and in gameplay. It was faster, it was smoother. Virtua Fighter 3 looked better. Like, at the time, people thought Virtua Fighter 3 was CG. That's how good Virtua Fighter 3 looked at that time. They thought it was CG. I thought it was CG. And again, faster, smoother. Then Virtua Fighter 4 Evo came along on PS2. Devastated that it was a PS2 exclusive. I was devastated at the time. But the game was incredible. Again, massive visual leap, faster, smoother. Virtua Fighter 5, I felt, was probably the smallest leap. Not that it wasn't at all, but it was probably the smallest of the leaps. 6 now looks like it's another giant leap. Way
been a long
smoother,
time.
way faster.
But it's a
It
leap
has
in a
been.
way.
It's been a decade.
But it's also it's not the type of leap you're used to. It's such a different animation system compared to like what you would expect.
I have to wonder how much of Fortnite's mechanics are behind these animations and physics, because the Fortnite fork of Unreal Engine, Fortnite, they've put a lot of work into a lot of these animations and how things react to the level of the ground and all that sort of stuff. And flow and all that sort of stuff. So I wonder how much, if it is Unreal Engine 5, I do wonder how much they've borrowed from the Fortnite structure of Unreal Engine with how I'm watching this flow going. I want, just purely wondering, as a layman who doesn't know dev shit, I just wonder if they're taking little pieces of the Fortnite animation sort of stuff and locomotion stuff. Because, man, I really did doubt them to get that flow. And it looks like they're getting there. It really looks like they're
Fingers
getting
crossed,
there.
man.
Oh my God, I can't wait to
crossed.
review this. I can't wait to review this.
10 out of 10. First 10 from Nick ever.
10. This is, sorry, spoiler alert, 10 out of 10. Fuck you all. I don't give a shit. Call me a shill. Call me whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit.
It's
I'm
happening.
giving this game a 10.
Virtua Fighter's back. It's a 10.
Virtua
Thanks,
Fighter
Virtua
6,
Fighter.
10 out of 10. Fuck every one of you.
Right now,
Don't
like
you-
the developers are like, okay, we've got to send this guy a review code when the time comes.
Yeah. It's like, send him a perk package. Send him a perk package now.
Oh, Jates.
Send him the limited edition controllers. Go, go, go.
Yeah, adorn this guy with all the merch we can. We need that 10.
Oh, shit.
All right. Well, yeah, that is kind of all the news.
Oh, not only that, another Sega game gave us a little tease.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Oh, we're gonna get DMCA. That was too good.
Yeah.
Surely, if you are Sega, I don't care what it costs. I don't care. Start a GoFundMe. You reach out, you pay the permanent license fee to, what's the group again? Offspring.
Mm-hmm.
You pay the permanent license fee to the Offspring, and you get a permanent license on All I Want. You can't have a Crazy Taxi game and not have that Offspring song tied to it. Never in history will we have a song and a video game so intrinsically tied into each other like this.
There was
again.
one that's close. The opera song from the Grand Theft Auto 3 trailer. Every time I see that game, I just think of that Ave Maria. But
I
I
don't
like,
even know what you're talking about.
wow.
Or Mad World and Gears of War. Mad World and Gears of War, that's that one, but nothing on the level of Offspring and Crazy Taxi. Like, just...
It was because Crazy
oh
Taxi
my
was also a
God.
really bad game, but it was fun to play with that song for a little bit.
What?
What do you mean, what?
The fuck are you talking about?
You ever play it recently? It's terrible.
Yes? How's
so
Crazy
bad.
Taxi a bad game?
How's it a good game?
Crazy Taxi is incredible.
Isn't that what you just played in Forza, though, with the whole food delivery thing? Just
Yeah. No.
different?
And I said, and I didn't say I hated it. I said I liked it.
I know, but
So I
Crazy
hated
Taxi
it.
plays really bad.
Nah, that game was mechanically deeper than you're giving it credit for. Especially if you played it in an arcade cab that had that half car taxi, you're standing up and there's pedals and you had to get the brake thing, the trick to accelerate quickly.
Yeah, the reverse into
brake
drive.
accelerator thing, and then bang, 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 and then you take off quick and the power slides. Nah, man, come on.
Yeah, but it was
Nah, Crazy
infuriating at
Taxi
the
was-
arcade because it cost so much money because it was so
Oh,
unbelievably
that's a
hard.
different ballgame. But that's why it was such a hit on Dreamcast.
Oh yeah, then it was fine on Dreamcast.
It was such a hit on Dreamcast.
I'm playing. This is arcade gameplay, and my god. Well, obviously, this is somebody who's probably emulating it, but game drove me
it's
insane.
such a fun game. Such a fun game. And then it was so cool seeing all the real world shit like Pizza Hut and KFC. And I used to love that in-game advertising shit. I was like, give me more. Give me
Wow.
more corporate capitalism shit. I used to love the way Sega did that. It was so good.
This cat is being adorable. Like, I had to go rescue her. She was meowing to be let in. I don't know if anybody heard it on the mic.
Nope.
But now she's here and she's being like the cutest little fluffy girl ever.
Do you wanna hear, as a very, very slight tangent, do you want to hear something weird that just further confirms the deterioration of my brain?
Yeah.
So my wife just sent me a text message, which came up on my Mac, as I am in the Apple ecosystem. My wife just sent me a text message saying, do you want a coffee? And I went to audibly say, yes, please.
Wow.
Instead of replying via text. I actually went to say,
your
while we
wife
are
doesn't
live on
watch?
air, yes, please. my brain is literally dying.
I agree
actually-
with it. Now your brain is literally exploding. Nadorius with the make it an even $3,000, $185.62.
Oh my god! When you said make it an even $3,000, I thought you said he gave $3,000. I was about to be like, what?
Great show again by the magnificent trio. Time to get some beans.
Oh my god.
He didn't say that.
Give me
I
a
did.
bean.
Yeah.
God, when you said make it an even $3,000, I thought you were saying he donated $3,000, and I was a bit like, what?
Give me a bean,
Not
man.
that,
Give
not
me,
that
give
what
me
you
a bean.
donated isn't great. I'm
Oh
just
no,
saying.
it's insane. We were at 1,400 like a week ago, so it's been
Oh man,
pretty good.
like
Black
this
one.
community rules.
Black one.
Okay, I am
Licorice
gonna
or burnt
double up.
rubber.
No.
Oh no, I got pear booger.
Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's burnt rubber. I got burnt rubber.
Oh,
Ugh.
I got
I'm gonna double up because that's so incredible.
I got
I
booger.
think they're the same, and they are either. I can't see in this light. They are either peach or bath.
Yeah, I
Let's
have,
go. What if I've got one
Booger.
peach and one bath?
I got burnt rubber. It's really not that bad.
Yeah,
You're
you're-
acting like burnt rubber was the worst. It's not that bad.
It's not great. You've got broken taste buds. Thank you, Nadorius.
You know X-Buds. You know X-Buds.
Oh.
Sega's a very frustrating company. Like,
Oh,
I don't understand. So, you know, everyone's very excited for Crazy Taxi right now. And I understand that allegedly Crazy Taxi is supposed to be like an online MMO type of thing. And I feel like that could work for Crazy Taxi. Like, the idea of a shared world
I think that works great
where
for it.
anyone can drive around. We can all just be Uber drivers competing against each other. Like,
You know
I
what-
actually
you know
think
how it
that
works?
could work.
It's if it's the Destiny style too, because I know like people were worried about Destiny 2 going offline, but like Destiny 1 still runs because Destiny 1 is you're generally playing by yourself, but then it will do the peer-to-peer matchmaking for people to a point. And if they have something like that with Crazy Taxi, it definitely seems to be a lot cheaper to run over time as well. And it just is always cool to feel like you are in this world with people who can show up all the time, depending on where you are, which would be.
I just think
Nice.
it can work. Like if
Yeah.
they get it right, and people can I can just log in, and I'm in this shared world, and there's X-Buds. I can see X-Buds trying to steal my customers, and then I'm going over here, and I'm trying to take these customers, and we're just dropping people off and chilling. I don't know, man. I actually I'm not an online MMO person, but I feel like that could work. Like conceptually, I feel like it could work. But where I was going with Sega being frustrating is, like, how are they not doing the Nintendo thing and mining their nostalgia? How are you not doing a Blue Skies racing collection where you've got Daytona and Scud Race and Sega Rally and blah blah blah, and a collection of like 5 or 6 of those classic arcade racing games in one, and you sell it for like, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 bucks? Come on, guys.
They
what are
just
we doing?
delisted all their old games pretty much, so I think that seems to be in the works in some way.
Like,
they've delisted
how do we not have a Virtua Fighter collection? Surely before Crossroads come out, you release a Virtua Fighter collection which has arcade perfect ports of Virtua Fighter.
Luke
Virtua
says your
Fighter
dreams
2,
are
Virtua
dashed.
Fighter 3.
Crazy Taxi no longer online MMO style.
Ah,
He knows.
where do we have confirmation of that?
I mean,
Oh, it's not a dream. I'm saying it could work because the rumor was that's what they were doing, and I just thought that could work. You know, a Virtua Fighter collection where we have arcade perfect ports of 1 through 4, because 5 is still available, so there's no point adding 5 to it. But arcade perfect versions of 1 through 4, I would give anything for that. I would give absolutely anything for it.
Firstborn.
And yeah, and it would give
Maximo
Poppy.
Remaster.
a nice teaser and a nice little, you know, get people into the Virtua Fighter mood before Crossroads come out. Like, and then, yeah, come on, Sega, what are you doing? God, I could fix so many of these companies, and none of them reach out.
Okay.
I see why your server is the way it is, because there's somebody that just wrote, unlike PlayStation, they actually need PC, lol, about Xbox. I'm like, you're going to find out that PlayStation needs PC. They're not leaving it entirely.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm not in there.
Yeah, I don't read this stuff. I
How to
don't
read
pay
that.
attention to that shit. Okay, so that is all the news. Now, it is the point of the show where we take a moment to thank our beautiful, wonderful, heroic members that we love because they're awesome. We've got lots of members-only content, and I do want to. This is a sad thing. Like, so someone, I think it was either in the Discord or it was on the show last week, but someone said, "I want to see a members-only, the pets, the fur babies of day one." So I pinged Kat. She was going to take care of this, and then something really awful happened that kind of put us not in the mood. In that, on the Sunday, I think, because it was out of hours, we went back to hers, and this lovely guy, who was only 6 years old, Archimedes, he was just not communicative. He was really smelly. We were like, this isn't good. So we paid 130 quid to take him to an out-of-hours vet, and within 3 minutes of being there, she like felt his tummy, and it was like, yeah, massive tumor. And we had to put him to sleep. So she didn't really.
Everyone's cat dies except mine.
I don't know.
How is this possible? My cat survives everything.
We're gonna just put a pin in the pets of day one for a minute to allow the grief to pass. It was brutal, man. The kids came down in a taxi and were like sitting there cuddling him before we went.
Am
to
I
sleep.
taking too good a care of my cat?
Maybe. Cats can get all sorts of things.
Is my cat too pampered?
Nick's showing no emotion right now. Jesse
This
just
this segment was not about him. Now it is.
Is my cat too pampered?
He just continues.
Like,
No
I
one
don't
cares about your
understand.
cat, Nick, including you.
Because my kids want a dog. We're dog people, but I got this cat, and she's getting to the point where she's becoming
Immortal.
more of a burden than I'm willing to deal with. But this cat, like, everyone around me is losing their cats, and their cats are dying, and this and that and the other. And my cat, not an issue, man. Not a problem. She runs in front of the car when we pull out. Whenever we pull in from being out somewhere, my cat just sprints in front of the car. Not even a near miss. Well, not an issue. Everyone's cats around me, and people who genuinely love their cats, everyone's losing their cats.
This is the worst segment we've ever had on the show.
Not a problem.
Yeah, I was just telling a
Trying to do a little RIP
Nick
to
just
Archimedes.
hijacked it. Yeah, you just hijacked it, bro.
He's a
Like,
rotten human
no
being.
offense, but you came across like an asshole just then.
I know I am an asshole, and but my point is that, like, I'm very frustrated right now because everyone I know
you
who
wish
loves
death upon your cat.
who loves their cat, everyone's cats are like, and you know, I'm not suggesting for a moment anyone would neglect their cat, and that's the whole point. You all look after your cats, and yet all these horrible things keep happening to all your cats, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just
He's eating
Anyway.
Oreos food, Mort.
the
Go on.
the pets of day one will be along very soon, but we're going to get the team to kind of write a little bit about each fur baby, and then we'll get that together. But it'll be like a members only video, so we'll do little video chit chats and we'll collect it all. So Nick, you can film your cat with your phone and be like, "This is my prick of a cat, and it won't die," and we can all be like, "Okay." So,
She's 11, and she doesn't even show signs of looking old or acting old. I mean, she's 11, and she's tiny. She's like, when we got her when she was 6 months old, and they were like, "Oh, by the way, that's about as big as she's going to grow." I'm like, "Really?" They're like, yeah, she's not going to be a big cat. I'm like, "Oh, okay." And she really isn't. Every time I go to someone else's house and they've got a cat, their cats look like tigers compared to mine. They look like full-blown tigers. That is how little my cat is. And she's fully grown. And yeah, I think she turns 11 or 12 this year.
Sorry, I forgot to put
She's
the soapbox on for you, because I wasn't expecting this to become a Nick soapbox segment.
Yeah, I'm blown away by Nick's not inability to read the room.
Because my kids are like, "When are we going to get a dog?" And I'm like, "We're not getting a dog while we have the cat. While that cat exists, we're not getting a dog. I'm not going to have both a cat and a dog." So
We've
once
had
the cat
45 people unsub from the Patreon.
Wow, Nick.
when that day comes that we no longer have the cat, then we will get a dog. Until then, I'm not having both.
Do not
having
show
both
the
animals.
segment to Cat Morton.
The chat is not happy with you, Nick. Like, I'm looking at a lot of disgruntled people in the chat. Like, anyway, the Day One membership team are great, and we love you guys, and we will show you all of our pets very soon.
You don't have to worry.
would
None
like
of
to-
your money goes towards Nick if you're upset right now.
Yeah, remember, if you want to really wind this prick up, nothing you give goes in Nick's pocket, because fuck that guy.
Yeah, and now we're done with
Today
giving him codes. Never again.
Head to playday.1/memberships, where you can support us directly for less than a coffee a month. You get ad-free browsing and cool members content, like a Day One Pets video, which we're going to do.
In which you see
I
Nick
treat my cat too well.
routinely try and murder his cat.
Yeah, maybe we
No,
can
that's
watch-
the problem.
How dare
I
you
think
be
I
a
treat
lawyer?
her
Started him off
too
again.
well.
You've
I
started him off
put
again.
carpet where her food is. I've laid carpet down so she doesn't step on tiles or anything cold or uncomfortable. So she steps on carpet.
Okay, you just go. You just go, John.
Okay. Anyways,
I think I'm too good to her. That's the problem.
we have got some community questions to dive into.
I think
which
your
we
camera
absolutely
shifted.
want to
By the
do.
way, John, you're not sent.
No, I shifted. Oh, there you go. I'm back now. Let's dive in. Let's dive into the form first of
Yeah.
all.
The form. Okay. First question on the form is from Vixolus. I don't think we've heard from Vixolus for a little while. According to Tom Warren, the head of Core AI, Jay Parikh, P-A-R-I-K-H, Parikh. Isn't that right?
I think if you carry on reading the question, maybe prick is how people refer to him.
Oh, okay. Isn't well liked. Oh, well, there you go. Isn't well liked. And those moving out of Core AI or leaving Microsoft seem happy to get out from under him. That may explain a lot of the shifting out with Sharma and co over to Xbox. Sorry, Xbox! Matthew Ball says in Bloomberg that his focus will be reviving storied franchises and strengthening Xbox's console business, and mentioned more, but not all, games leaning into user-generated content or shared experiences. And if the company executes Sharma's strategy successfully, revenue will follow and profit should as well, he said. What could these franchise revivals be, and what games would benefit from this UGC connectivity strategy that don't already have it? Maybe start with fucking Perfect Dark.
Kakuto Kojin. Sneakers.
Brute force. I don't know. I mean, they already went and did the right thing and brought back Perfect Dark and then killed it. So
Yeah,
Brought
like
it back
I'm
in
not-
what way?
this is one line where I'm like, whatever, man. Like, there's no point getting hype about
This
things.
is somebody just starting saying what they're hoping to do in 5 to 7 years.
Yeah.
I have
Like,
no idea.
it is a nothing sentence to me right now.
It's a
Sorry,
It's an
Microsoft.
analyst analyzing the things he would like to do, but how it goes, God, I have no idea.
Banjo. Still waiting on Banjo. That's like the obvious slam dunk.
Well, there seems to be like Spyro's coming most likely from Toys for Bob is all the rumors, and so the prototype listing on Steam got updated with new credits that seem to indicate a remaster on that. So also when statements like this get said, it can sometimes be somebody intimating things that have been in the works for a long time, and he's going to focus on how to market and sell these things that are coming back, especially from various places they might have bought. How do we get Spyro bigger? How do we maybe do something with Crash? How do we prototype it up and stuff when Activision is still mostly tied up into Call of Duty? What is the Infinity Ward Poland studio? Was it Elsewhere or something? I always forget. The one working on an RPG. Maybe that's an IP that the Activision owns that they're working on. Like, who knows? There's a lot of stuff, a lot of possibilities, and most of the time, you get the boring one.
Yeah. The one you
Look
have
at
no interest in.
Look at this idiot at my feet right now. He's an Xbox kitty. Meow.
Nick didn't care. It wasn't about murdering his cat.
Oh, please. I've never seen a subject go
Next
so wrong.
3-part question.
Oh, God.
Hey, eldowzo, who also gifted me ink and pen Batman in Fortnite. So I got the ink and pen Batman bundle in Fortnite, which is great.
It looks cool.
It does look cool. It does look really,
I wish
really
I could
cool.
kill my cat with it.
I also got Tracer. Ooh, Tracer looks good, if you know what I mean.
Yes, they never
I
nerfed
like-
her butt.
I like Tracer's
They
model.
just
Yeah,
changed
but
their
it's
pose.
a smaller. So Chunners and Kim K have the
Badonk.
more dump truck leaning version. Tracer's is just, yeah, looks great. Eldowzo. There's a link to the Discord here. What's with that? Is that like a...
It's a link to probably the thing he's questions about, like when we posted it.
No, it's just a random Discord link, okay?
Yep.
It seems to be confirmed, quote unquote, now that single-player games will now be PlayStation exclusive and will not be going to other platforms. With that in mind, a few questions/talking points if you'll indulge. Number 1. Do studios like Housemarque get to continue to make games like Saros when they are selling, albeit estimated, 300k units? Now, I understand that it will sell more over its lifetime, but that's the current estimated number. 2. Are PlayStation doing their studios a disservice by not allowing them to port to PC, meaning they need to sell more on their home turf to break even/be profitable? 3. What's your thoughts on Nixus? Could they go the way of Blue Point Games?
Nixus is still there
there's
to
a
help
lot-
with all the live service stuff that gets ported and just
All
games in
valid
general.
questions.
And we did get a quick $2 super chat from Fizz Viper. Nick fights his
Viper,
cat.
Nick fights his cat, like from Scary Movie 2. I don't. That's the thing. I don't mistreat
Now
my
back
cat.
to the
This
question.
Is the whole.
Back to the
This is
question.
the thing.
Back to the question.
I'm too
Deep
good
breaths.
to her.
Deep breaths.
But is Sony too good to their developers? Answer.
Do studios like Housemarque get to continue to make games like Saros? I think that's an important question. Like,
I worry
Housemarque-
about Housemarque, man.
Housemarque pivoted to make games in a Sony-approved way, but with their flair and their type of design, and that's smart. But how much does it cost to make? How
81
many did
million
it sell?
US.
Is that
I
enough
don't
for
know,
them?
man.
I don't know the answer to that
It was
question.
70 million euro was the budget for Saros, supposedly. Not crazy.
I will forever say that I wish Microsoft had bought Housemarque. I said it before they were acquired by
Call
Sony.
them Micromarque.
Their style of game, I feel, would have been perfect for Game Pass.
Yeah.
Don't cost much to make, cool little games, little arcade games that anyone can just try out on Game Pass and get lots of players. Get the achievement, design the achievements in a smart way that lure people in. I reckon it would have been a perfect fit, Housemarque, for Xbox at that time when they were really pushing games for Game Pass. I reckon Housemarque would have been an absolutely perfect fit. And then lo and behold, Sony acquires them, third person, over the shoulder.
Holder.
Come on, man. I hope nothing. I hope they don't get shut down. But then after Bluepoint, who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
Honestly, who knows at this point?
Are they doing their studios a disservice by not allowing them to port to PC? I mean,
Depends entirely on
studios.
Yeah, it depends entirely on what their targets become.
yeah, like they are the biggest platform console-wise. Like PC is bigger, but if I were a developer working on an Xbox studio and it was like, oh, my game's only coming out to Xbox, there is a part of me as a creator, if I was like a a Ken Levine or pick a hotshot game designer, and it's like, oh, so my game's only going to be played by potentially this number of people, but if I released it everywhere, it could be this many. And that's where Xbox releasing permanently always on PC and have been for like a decade more or less was like, you've already got enough, Microsoft. You didn't need to move to PlayStation, really, grand scheme. But maybe they did.
Question though, because the problem is, I feel like too many people almost speak on behalf of developers when every developer is an individual person who has their own opinion and their own voice. So I've seen and heard developers online go, oh man, I wish I could release my game everywhere to reach more people. But then I see other devs that go, oh, thank God I only have to develop for one platform.
Yeah.
So I don't think all devs have the same idea. To me, I feel like it would be easier to only have to develop for one platform. As long as you only... That's why I think Nintendo Switch Nintendo probably has the happiest developers, because they don't fear for losing their jobs. And they only have to worry about developing for one platform and focus on one platform. And if the game doesn't perform...
Sometimes.
What do you mean?
I guess their bigger stuff won't be switched to. I was still thinking like Tomodachi, but that's because it started so long ago. That was cross-gen, but that's probably one of the last ones.
So, I don't know. I feel like most developers probably feel like it's easier developing and focusing on one platform. Like, reaching as many gamers as possible, how much would a developer, the person who is coding day in, day out, how much would they really care if their game reaches 1 million people, 2 million people, 10 million people? To me, wouldn't they care potentially more about the critical reception more so than...
I think everything. If there's a bonus structure on player counts and stuff too, you never know.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. You never know, and everything's different. Like even at the same dev, it can be different from game to game. And we always talk in vague generalities that people then take as gospel truth, or it must work this way. If one dev says it was this way on this game, and then people just assume because now they finally heard how it worked on one game. Oh, maybe it's like that on others, and maybe, but there's no actual way to know or answer unless you're like,
well, no, and again, every developer's going to be different.
Yeah.
Like, it was rumored that Bethesda wanted their games everywhere. That was the rumor.
Mm-hmm.
But then you talk to another developer. Yeah. What?
Like, I think even within them, Pete Hines wanted them everywhere because he saw Activision was going to get to be everywhere. But then you always hear about Todd, not the biggest PlayStation fan. So maybe he doesn't care. You never know. But that's still the same company, two top people at it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's two top people within the same company. That's what I mean. And then you'll probably see developers at PlayStation who are like, no, we like being able to focus on one platform and not worry about others. It feels to me like a lot of people will take the opinion of one random developer and be like, oh, well, that's all developers. I mean, again, there are developers that love developing for PlayStation, Nintendo, but then I've spoken to developers who actually found Xbox an easier development platform than PlayStation. But that doesn't mean all developers feel that way. That's just the few that I've spoken to that happen to
Hashtag-
feel that way.
Not all devs.
No, not all devs. What's your thought on Nixes? Well,
They'll have a lot. Like they'll probably helping on Tokon, and there's all the different ports for MLB every year. Like I'm sure there's plenty of work.
there would want to be, because if they're pulling back from PC ports, that's
didn't
what they
they-
got Nixes for.
Didn't they say they
That's what
worked
they-
on Yote, even though that was only PS5? I know there was something they worked on that was only PS5. So I'm like, they're a very good talented.
Was it Ragnarok or was that
Yeah.
Bluepoint?
I think Bluepoint helped on Ragnarok, and that's when they
okay.
tried shifting to a live service God of War game.
Oh, yeah. It's just, my thing is, if they are pulling back from PC, that puts Nixes in a funny spot.
But again, it's also pulling back a couple titles a year at most, whereas they still, like any live service stuff they do, will continue to be on PC and PlayStation day and date. And MLB will be everywhere. So there's always work to do. Unless they just never, they don't have, like Marvel Tokon's PC and PlayStation 5. Their third-party deals like Phantom Blade Zero later this year, like a week or two after Wolverine, which is weird timing, PlayStation and PS5. So they're still, I'm sure there's always things they can find, you would hope. And they'll be okay, please.
Hopefully. Okay. That was
Next
only the
question.
first question. Sorry, that was the second question. Thanks, eldowzo, and thanks for Batman Incompensate.
We ever use it?
I've been using it.
Wow, no Fortnite
And I've been using
asses.
Tracer. I've been using Tracer a lot. Also been using Daffy Duck.
She's right there. by
I
the way.
finally unlocked Bugs Bunny as well. Finally got Bugs Bunny.
Oddly enough,
So I
Funko
now-
Pops don't have ridiculously curvy butts.
Yeah, that takes the fun out of it. Okay, last form question. Tiberius Monk.
Hey.
Hello, John, Nick, and Jesse. Happy birthday to John and Kat. As a May baby, I have to shout out my fellow May babies. Is Kat May as well?
Maybes, we call them.
So it was my birthday on Tuesday, and it
Yep.
was Kat and my daughter Harriet's birthday on Thursday.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, they
2
were
days apart.
2 days apart. So for those 2 days, Kat is only 1 year older than me, and then it becomes 2 years again. So she
Wow.
likes that brief period of time. But we did a special birthday stream for mine, which was a lot of fun. We played some Batman and all of that jazz, and then we did Kat playing Mass Effect for the very first time on her birthday. And I think we're going to turn it into a series because she kind of dug it, and hopefully people enjoyed it. So we'll see how she cracks on, but we'll bring another episode out.
I did
at some point
update
in
the
future.
thumbnail, by the way, with the excellent Photoshop.
Yeah, I'll do something with it. I haven't decided what it's going to be yet.
Well, I mean, for the one we did, I used it as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I took her head out of our head, and now it's just her as Cat Mander Shepherd. It looks perfect.
But thank you.
My dad, my sister-in-law, my wife, and my dad, all three of their birthdays are within 5 days.
Yeah, it's mad.
I have the same birthday
Ah.
as 3 kids I went to school with, my cousin and my uncle, who was his stepdad. All the same
Really?
day. Yeah.
It's been a very expensive month. I will say that.
I have had 4 people in my life who all have their birthday June 22nd, which was fascinating to me.
My mom and Amanda's dad, same day.
Really?
Yeah.
That spins me out, that sort of stuff. I know it's like meaningless and nothing, but it still spins me out.
They were really close on years as well.
Wow.
Amanda
Haven't
and
even
I
asked
are,
a question yet.
no, and there's 2 of them. So go.
Recently, video game developer Atlas celebrated the 30th anniversary of the Persona franchise, a JRPG series. With mixed opinions about the quality of this celebration, it inspired my question for this week, which is a 2-parter. Number 1. Name an anniversary celebration for a video game or series that you felt was done well and why. Name an anniversary celebration for a video game series that you felt was done poorly and why. Thanks for the great content you all provide every week, and thanks John, Kat, and Jesse for a great stream of my favorite game trilogy, Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Take care and ciao.
I bet you we agree on the worst one, Nick. The
Do we?
recent one they just had for God of War. And it wasn't it like just that controller and like a skin?
Was it?
I thought so.
Oh, I
yeah.
don't even remember.
Wasn't it like 30th anniversary of God of War or something?
I
And
don't
it was
know.
like
I
that
feel like a
black and
lot of
gold
companies. I feel like a lot of companies don't do it great. I'm trying to
I don't know
think
if I
what
care
was
about
do.
any anniversaries. Like, I'm sitting there trying to think, and I'm like,
Oh, God of War turns 20. Yeah, so PlayStation was 30, but God of War became 20, and they put some skins out. I think that was it. I was like, okay.
I don't know if too many companies truly do it in a great way. Like
No.
this year, so we're in 2026. So is it Zelda's anniversary this year? I think
There's
this
a
year
lot
is
this year.
Zelda's.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
quite a few.
I think this year is Zelda's. I feel like Nintendo does an okay job of it. Like they'll release full-blown limited edition consoles. Like I still have the Mario, is it 15th or 20th anniversary, the Japanese only Game Boy Micro.
Lately,
I have
though,
the red-
they did the repackaging on Mario, which was cool, but then it was limited time, and you couldn't buy it after a certain period, which was weird as shit.
they did all the Mario 40 stuff, and like when the Nintendo store,
Yeah.
you had loads of cool clothes that you could only get for that limited
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I feel like Nintendo are probably the ones that do it the best. Like, if the rumors are true, and I'm pretty sure they are, and we are getting the Ocarina Zelda's 40th anniversary,
I think that was this year. Yeah, that was one this year.
like that I would argue that is a cool way to do Zelda's 40th anniversary, to announce a remake. Like, that is a pretty cool way to do it. And having a limited edition Zelda, I would argue that not many do it better than Nintendo.
No, they definitely always have the
would
most
argue.
planning, I think, where others can feel more reactionary. I think people are starting to feel hyped up about what Xbox might have, because Xbox keeps kind of talking about it and hinting at like they've got a lot planned. So it will be interesting to see. And I guess the bad ones you just forget because they were bad.
Yeah, like that's why when Jesse was like God of War, I'm like, I don't even remember.
Yeah,
God of
the
War's one,
20th
so it must have been that bad.
anniversary, like people were thinking, oh shit, is there something really coming? And it was it the controller with the red swoop and a bunch of like skins for God of War 2018 and Ragnarok, I think. And that's why 2018's icon on PlayStation Store, I think, was like anniversary for a long time. Might still be.
Yeah. And it's odd because I feel like it's a fairly easy thing to get right. And I'm not saying you have to go to the extent Nintendo does. Like
Yeah.
Nintendo has done Lego Zelda stuff for the 40th anniversary, and they almost always do limited
They know the
edition
toy
consoles
side
for
way better
anniversaries.
than everyone. As a toy company, like they've got those inroads and those ideas on toys that like PlayStation and Xbox are never going to have.
Like, so you don't always have to go to the effort Nintendo does because they've just got it down pat now.
Some effort.
Yeah, but like I still feel like it's a fairly easy thing to get right. Fairly easy. Whether it's announcing an update to a game,
Like even just
a
merch.
trailer.
People just like cool merch. That can be
Yeah,
enough.
but even like there are rumors of more God of War things coming. A couple I may have already teased. But so why not use an anniversary for that kind of stuff too? Like you have that opportunity. I don't know. It seems odd that so many companies get that wrong. Like I can't even remember any of Sonic's anniversaries. I think Sega has done like Avatar stuff and a few other things here and there, but even Sega hasn't done it great. And they're the only ones that are up there with Nintendo as having iconic franchises that people give a shit about. Yeah. I guess to answer your question, dude, Nintendo's the only one that really does it properly.
Yep.
And none of the others are great at it.
Nope.
Especially Xbox. Now we're on to the forum. Yes?
Yep. Which doesn't have a ton on it.
It's got to be...
It's like 5 or 6.
Okay. Jesse brother. Happy podcast 315. After all the hype and talk about Forza Horizon 6, I decided to stop being so stubborn with my stance of never being a fan of car racing games, especially after the things Jess said about it. So I gave it a shot, and you're not going to believe this, nothing happened. Just a reference to one of Project Hail Mary's funniest scenes. But yeah, my opinion has not changed. I'm just not a car guy. Even when I was able to drive and own cars, I never loved games about them. Except some of the Burnout ones. That said, I was also never a fan of Capcom games, and here I am on my second playthrough of Pragmata after having just completed it. That game is just so friggin' great. This week's question is, what is a genre of video game dev that you guys never liked, but one finally did it for you?
I have an easy answer, and that would be visual novels. And AI the Somnium Files and AI the Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative are both unbelievable. They are just amazing stories and highly recommend.
I know this might sound like a cop-out, but my answer is Forza Horizon 2. As someone who does not give a shit about racing games in any
You
way,
don't
shape,
even
or form,
drive.
and I don't drive. I was like, holy shit, this racing game is really addictive. And then before you know it, I played the fuck out of it. So quite the opposite happened. There you go. Well done, Playground.
2 answers.
Just one. Just one time.
No. 2 answers
Go on, just
because
one. It's fine.
I have a genre that I didn't like, found games I liked, but still didn't like the genre, and then a genre I didn't like, found games, and now like the genre. So I don't like JRPGs, but then enjoyed Pokemon, Blue Dragon, Grandia, Skies of Arcadia. Now, I enjoyed those games, but still don't like JRPGs. Never liked roguelikes, but then played West of Dead.
Ooh.
Played...
The Rogue, Prince of Persia, Hades. Like,
yeah,
you're
and then
into
played
it now.
Hades.
Yeah.
And now I'm like into roguelikes. And I played Hades, loved Hades 2. And played Prince of Persia, the Rogue Prince of Persia. Playing TMNT Splinter's Fate. Like, now I really love roguelikes. I went from not liking the genre at all to really liking the genre now.
You know who really likes something is Mr. Downside and the Last, who just did a super chat.
Yeah, I saw that. Hey guys, here's a $5 for you guys working so hard, especially you, Jesse. I'm very busy running through the 90s. Huh?
Enjoy mixtape.
Oh, right. I'm busy running through the 90s. What? Okay, mixtape. Yes.
Rand hates mixtape.
Who?
Rand. But people were
Really?
saying that
He
he
didn't
really
like
hates
it?
it. Yeah.
I don't think you need to hate it. You just be like, this isn't my game.
I don't know.
Like,
I didn't hear it firsthand, so I'm just saying the Discord was like, wow, Rand really doesn't like it.
Okay.
wow. Okay.
Interesting. Fair enough. It's not for everyone. It's not going to be for everyone.
Yeah, no game can be.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a huge Mario Odyssey fan. I appreciate the unbelievable skill that went into making it. I'm just not that big into collectathons.
Man, what a game. I actually jumped back into it last week. And I was just like running around New Donk City, chucking my hat around, jumping on it. I was like, man, this game is still fucking amazing. It's still so good nearly a
he
decade
literally
later.
said hate. He did say he hated it. Oh, wow.
Wow.
It's according to
Strong
Machine
word.
XP in the chat.
Strong word. Next question.
What's going on?
Hytham G. In relation to gaming console giants' shift to exclusive, yes, I am aware of Sony only keeping the games that are traditional single-player games. As far as live service games are the ones that will go multiplayer, mainly the multiplayer games that don't have single-player.
What?
But if that's the case,
My head hurts.
what about something like a game that is both single-player and multiplayer live service game that gets a multiplayer, which is that in particularly? And do you gents think that Xbox would respond to Sony's move when it comes to that strategy they're pulling and such?
No.
I don't think they respond.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't think
I
they'll
don't know.
respond. I think they'd more respond to how their own things have gone for themselves more than Sony not being on PC.
And Halo is the single and multiplayer game. It always has been, and Gears.
Yeah,
Halo
the
and
only
Gears.
way I think people would be happy is if they just chopped it up so that the single player campaigns were only on Xbox and PC. Because everything else, like Horde mode, and if they have a escape variant, and the multiplayer is the stuff that needs to be everywhere. But
they can't do that. Because then the reviewers will be like, Halo normally has everything. 4 out of 10.
Yep.
Won't they? That's what they'll do.
Well, no, the only way to, if it was literally a different game. Like, you have your Halo multiplayer and all the multiplayer modes, they go here, and then you've got your campaign evolved, only the campaign here. Like that type of differentiator thing, which is a lot more extra work, and I don't think is worth it. But I don't know anything.
I almost feel sorry for them.
The door.
Because that's probably what Halo Studios and the Coalition would probably want to do. Split it off into their own thing so they can just focus on whatever. But then reviewers will just absolutely shit-can them for not including everything, even though no other game outside of COD, and look how many studios COD has working on it. Like, how many games now, these days, compared to the 360 generation, how many games now give you packages? Single player, multiplayer, extra other modes, creators, like Forge-style modes. How many games do that now?
Very few.
Not many anymore, yet somehow there are some studios and games that can get away with it, and some can't. So Uncharted 2 gave us multiplayer. Uncharted 3, Uncharted 4. Uncharted used to always have multiplayer. The Last of Us had multiplayer. So how come The Last of Us 2 didn't get dinged for not having multiplayer?
I don't know.
But if Halo didn't have multiplayer, it would get dinged for it.
Mr. Side down in the last says it's not mixtape, it was an initial D reference, Horizon 6.
Ah, you're talking to 3 people who have no idea what that means. We need Gyotso on here for that.
Yeah, sorry, bro.
I did look a little bit into it, but I did not get the reference because I wanted to know about it for the
Initial
review.
D reference. Okay.
Yeah,
I recognize the initial D car in Forza Horizon 6. But unfortunately, the references I don't get. I played Initial D a long time ago in the arcades. A long time ago. P.S. When I say a game that is both single player and live service, I'm talking about, for example, which I'm aware they're already on PC, like a Sony video game and Halo Infinite. That's both live service and single player. I mentioned, but your gents take though? Oh yeah, we just said that.
I don't think Sony really has one anymore.
They don't anymore.
Yeah, now with Destiny 2 ending finally.
Like if Uncharted 5 comes out, I'll be very curious to see if it has multiplayer, and will they get punished if they don't?
No.
Let's see, because nearly every Uncharted has had multiplayer.
And people were upset
Should
that Last of Us Factions wasn't there and then never came out despite being promised, but it's still reviewed unbelievably well.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing bad about The Last of Us Part 2 except for almost every part of the story. As an actual game to play, it's really fun. Like, the gameplay in that game is pretty darn solid, and it's fun to blow people to bits. But man, did that story piss me off.
I prefer the first game.
The first game is one of the top, probably one of the top games ever made.
I prefer the first game to the second game. Next question. Didact 3. Hello, Jesse and Friends podcast. Oh, that's not very good. I don't agree with that. Lots of Sony news this week. Many bad, but Sony always figures out a way to push some good news in there to avoid the big waves of hate across the media. This time, between the price increases and Bungie all over the place, they announced the new big state of play rather earlier than usual. Yeah, that was the distraction. My question is, why did Phil seem to never learn this kind of thing as the head of Xbox? Is it that he always said that the console wars aren't real thing? Asha, at least so far, understands this far better. Yeah, he's got a good point. If anything, Xbox went the other way. Sony would have bad news, so Microsoft would have to then outdo them with worse news to take the attention away. Like, it was so weird. They used to do that so much. It was just very, very weird, and John is muted while trying to talk again.
I was literally
I saw your
just
mouth
coughing.
move.
I was
Oh,
coughing.
I saw your mouth move. I thought you were talking. You were trying to say
I
something.
literally went like that.
Oh, I thought it looked like you were talking, and I'm like, you're muted. Yeah. So far, Asha does seem to understand that, because we've had a couple of bad news things from Sony and nothing bad from Microsoft.
There
which
have
is very
been,
abnormal.
I mean, outside of the cringiness of the Xbox thing,
yeah, but that's
they
not
have
bad news.
No, I'm saying they haven't had a rake step. The thing everyone loves to talk about, stepping on rakes. Like, you could
I
even
don't think
say
they've had one since she took over, have they? Again, she hasn't been there long
no,
yet.
but
so
I
there's
mean,
still plenty of time. But
they are directly targeting every easy win they can get, and just trying to shift the narrative to retain what they can and have a better word of mouth going into next gen. So far, that has been successful, but I think that doesn't help us as customers and stuff. That's I think, always one of the big things where Microsoft is properly covered. Now, it's not always for the right reasons, but they are gone after like a company should be gone after. And there are many varied reasons as to why PlayStation know they don't have to worry as much, but they are still incredibly adept at shifting things and timing things correctly as much as they need to. They get it. They get how important perception is.
they do, but it helps when you have a decent chunk of media behind you,
Especially who are terrified of upsetting you.
And who are ready to cheerlead almost anything you do.
Yeah, like just the simple fact that cloud saves are still stuck behind an ever-increasing in-cost subscription. Like, that is a type of thing that is ridiculous. That's an easy win, but they know they don't have to bother.
Hello? We didn't even talk about the very concerning security flaw that they clearly fucking have at PlayStation. Again.
Yeah, I never want anyone to know any of my info.
Like, the rumor is that they reckon there's people on the inside that are like selling these accounts and shit. And I'm like, man, that's terrifying if that's the case.
Yeah, I think that was Colin Moriarty who straight up thought it. But he had to.
No, I think
he said it, but there's also about he's saying it because other people believe it. But it's way too easy. If you just know like the base, the name, the email, a recent transaction, like the amount of info you need to get customer support to completely reset an account is ridiculous. Supposedly.
Like, the fact that Colin had two-factor and they still got his account, I'm like, man, that's... And my thing is, like, my concern about that situation is he got those DMs. Like, he got DMs from someone saying, I'm fucking coming for you, you're fucked.
Oh, it was they have your information.
Taken.
They have your information. You need to be. They're going to come for you. I think
like
is what it was.
That makes it sound like either somehow there's an Xbox fanboy working at PlayStation security, or there's like an Xbox fanboy who has a friend, or like, I don't know, that those DMs that they copped seemed really weird and concerning. Like, I've got a passkey on my PlayStation account. I hope that helps.
The issue is that they just need certain info, and they can they can change the email and password. Like, they don't need to log into your account. They go through support, and with like a recent transaction and some other piece of identifying info, they can get support to completely wipe the email and password on your account and have it reset.
But don't they need to know the email at least?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't tried it myself.
See, that's the sort of shit that I just don't think gets talked about enough.
No.
Their family stuff sucks.
Well, fair credit
They're
to
managed.
Colin Moriarty for like making such a big fucking fuss about it. Like, because damn right, like for one, but like also he is in a position of, power and notoriety within PlayStation circles, and he is lucky enough to have had it resolved. But that is
And he
not
said
the
that.
case.
Like he acknowledged
I know.
that he is extremely fortunate to be in that position because most regular Joes, that's it. They've lost their account forever.
So it's definitely something Sony need to like resolve.
Yeah,
But,
man,
Yeah,
like,
it's
that's
stunning how
fucking-
quiet the industry is. on
Yeah,
this
like
bullshit.
I'm sorry, but this is the sort of shit that an IGN, Eurogamer, what are you all fucking doing? You should be
Getting
covering
fired.
this, and you should be fucking
brutal.
you should be fucking drilling Sony about this. So, like, this is a serious issue, man. All console war bullshit aside, this is a fucking serious issue, and why the fuck aren't these major outlets absolutely fucking drilling?
Like the
PlayStation
next
about
time
it?
you've got anything PlayStation on, like you're doing a state of play interview, ask the question. Like every fucking time. That's what they should be doing now.
Yeah. Like, hey, what the fuck are you doing to protect my fucking account, man? Like, what are you fucking doing? That actually makes me... That Colin situation almost makes me glad that I haven't really spent much money on my PlayStation account in a long time. So, if I lose it, of the three accounts, Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation, the PlayStation one, if I lost it, would be the one that would be the least painful if I lost it. But seriously, man, like, and this is what we're talking about. Why aren't the media fucking going after them about this? This is a serious fucking issue.
Super chat.
Mr. Downside and the last. For Sicker's Mohawk, sorry, I'm late to the party. Also, this hack sounds so reminiscent of the hack from 2012. Twice bitten, thrice shy the media? Nah. I'd argue this is worse. This is worse than the PSN hack of 2011. I would argue. Because in the end, the 2011 hack, all right, they might have got your credit card. You cancel your credit card, cool. The bank will probably cover it. You get your charges back, you're golden, get a new credit card, you're all okay. This is worse. This is... you lose your entire account. All those games you've bought, those trophies you've earned, it's all gone. This is way worse, and yet it is getting no fucking coverage.
I wish I
So
had
don't
the-
sit there and tell me about how fucking, gaming media, no, they're not biased. Fucking bullshit. This should be getting way more fucking coverage because it is a dead serious issue.
I need the
When I saw...
Golden baby.
What?
Golden sound clip. Been perfect.
When I saw Colin's tweet, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's mad.
I was like, what in the fuck? They keep telling us to put two-factor on, and the two-factor was worthless.
Yeah, two-factor, SMS two-factor is completely worthless. So that needs to go. And I think that's like the main one they have. Like email isn't great, but SMS is really bad. Like Microsoft is removing SMS two-factor from accounts because it's so ripe for scams and stuff. So it gotta be apps or notifications and stuff like that.
Passkeys.
Yeah, passkey is the best one, supposedly.
Yeah.
Well, I put that on my PlayStation account a while back. Hopefully, I've got it on my Nintendo account.
It would do
my Xbox
absolutely
account, my
nothing
PlayStation
against
account.
this.
You sure?
Yes, because if you look into it, supposedly you go to PlayStation support, you go through the AI
I don't know
chat
how
box.
true that is, though. I don't know if that's true. I feel like someone might have faked that.
The whole thing is you get to someone in support and you give. They need to know like a recent purchase and some other info, and if they can get that, which again maybe they're getting it from the inside, who knows? That is all they need to then wipe your password and email. Now, I don't know what that would do to a passkey. I have no idea.
No idea.
No. That shit's terrifying, man. You know how many PlayStation people hate me?
12.
I'm like, man, I fear for my account. Cody Bishop, Super Chat. They have sites where they sell these accounts.
Yikes.
Oh, fucking hell. Seriously. Okay, next question. Anorexic. You know, whether you love or hate Nick, the one thing we can all agree upon is that he's always right.
Not today, too.
Yeah, bullshit. One point that he's been making for years is that exclusive games should be considered marketing for consoles. A great point that stands on its own and is relevant to the discussion that Xbox management seems to be having right now, but it reminded me of something completely different. An era where we saw adver games, where games were made as marketing devices and the cost of such games were written off as an ad expense. We saw a bunch of these games back in the 360 era, from the Burger King games to the Toyota Yaris game. My question is, what modern day product deserves a low budget free video game? Gaming is very different now than back then. Where we're in an era where seemingly mundane tasks like power washing, convenience store management, and lawn mowing are turned into modestly successful games. I feel like we can move beyond games like Cool Spot and more into a Subway actually make sandwiches for customers game. Best answer gets a super chat emoji dedicated to them. That's actually a really good point. It's surprising with games like Power Wash Simulator and this simulator and that simulator, we don't have a marketing tie-in like McDonald's Store Simulator, where you're actually trying to run a McDonald's. And it's like funded by Macca's and it's like a, you know, cheap video game. I'm actually surprised there isn't more of that.
That's a really solid point.
Yeah.
Man, best one.
I did love Cool Spot. And remember Doritos Crash Course on the 360. The
And look what I
Yaris game.
found. The McDonald's point of sale training simulator app that you can download right now on your PC if you want.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, McDonald's POS training.app.
McDonald's piece of shit training.
Point of sale. You can easy to use interface, gamified learning, free lifetime access, realistic simulation.
God.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so you can learn how to run a register at McDonald's in your spare time.
How good's that?
I was gonna say in the era of this just immediately hit me as like mobile focused. Like I bet you there's a lot of dumb mobile shit like this, and yeah, immediately found something. You familiarizes you with the onboard process of your life draining job at McDonald's because they pay worse and worse than they should.
Wow. McDonald's actually doesn't pay that bad in Australia.
Oh yeah, because
Like
everything's just horrible here. But like Kentucky Fried Chicken got bought by venture capitalists and turned into shit. Like
really,
it sucks.
Like from what I've heard, I don't know where it came from. Apparently, McDonald's Australia is like the strongest arm, like outside of the US. Again, I don't know how true this is, but apparently the McDonald's Australia arm is like fucking super strong. Like,
especially
we're
in Melbourne.
the ones. Yeah, that's where McCafe came from. You've all got McCafe around the world, and it came from Melbourne in 1993. So,
sorry, John.
Apparently, Macca's Australia is like the strongest branch of Macca's, and we actually pay okay down here.
It's a eucalyptus branch.
Amazing. Yeah. But yeah, that's an interesting idea, Anorexic. I'm actually surprised there isn't more of that stuff this day and age. God, you know, Forza Horizon 2 presents Fast and the Furious. That was a free game on 360 and Xbox One. 2 separate achievement lists. All cross-promotion stuff. And God, I would argue that's almost the best Forza Horizon game too. For anyone who had played it, Ludacris narrated that game. Fucking Luda. They did. They got him to... Did you play it? The Forza Horizon 2?
Oh, I was given the eye at you calling it the best one. It was good. But, I mean...
I liked it because it was so short. It was just this nice short thing, and it was so easy to 100% it. Like, I got the 1,000 on both of them. The 360 version and the Xbox One version. It was so good. More of that. Give us more of those nice short things that don't cost a lot to make. That's a good question. And you're right, Anorexic. I am always right. That was your best point. Next question. Good old Collingwood. Happy bank holiday, John. Memorial Day, Jesse, and happy 433, Nick. It was a happy 433. It was a terrible game, but at least we won. Now every publisher is getting anxious about the release of Grand Theft Auto 6 and trying to schedule their new games away from GTA 6's launch date. PlayStation, Xbox, EA, Ubisoft, and others are trying to avoid the whirlpool that is GTA 6. Except for two platforms, one in particular, PC and Switch 2. Knowing that whatever ruckus GTA 6 causes won't affect the Switch 2, should Nintendo launch a title on GTA 6's launch day for the Switch 2? Or could some third-party publisher take advantage of the vacuum to launch a game? Would Bethesda have the guts to launch Starfield for the Switch 2?
It's not just the how is it on that platform. It doesn't matter if it's like the actual air around video games is just going to be swallowed up for like 2 months around it. So like just getting getting marketing
smart.
beats and stuff would be really hard.
Getting coverage like, hey, can you review our game? It's releasing on Switch 2 on November 19th. And the response would be, sorry.
We've got
busy.
3, especially because if they do anything coverage-wise for Grand Theft Auto early, it would probably be in-person events with heavy NDAs, I would have to imagine. I don't think
I don't know
code's
why
gonna go out.
PlayStation...
It will leak because of mom and pop shops giving up physical copies, of course. But yeah, everyone's going to be all over guide work on that to help the LLMs destroy their websites.
I don't know why PlayStation would be worried. GTA 6 is an exclusive to PlayStation, apparently. Somehow. Some people have it in their head that GTA 6 is somehow fucking exclusive.
And that's
But
that's why Xbox did that tweet.
Yep. You know what I want? I want Nintendo to show the world the set of balls they've got on them and release the Ocarina remake the same day as GTA 6. Just go fucking head to head with the greatest video game of all time up against GTA 6 on the same day, and I just want to fucking see what happens.
I would be re-releasing Red Dead Redemption 2's remaster at the same time with what you said.
Oh,
What?
it's not a super chat, but I see it, Shadowhawk, and I appreciate your message. Thank you.
It was on sale. Thank you, GameSpot, for letting us know.
Yeah.
Yep. I want... Yeah, I agree with you, Woodstuff, or just... I very much agree with you.
It's not, there's nothing... It's not mediocre. You can call it overhyped, I'll agree, but it's not mediocre.
I mean, I base that on GTA 4, which was the last one I played. What's disgusting wasn't even the best video game. Yeah, no, but when I say that Ocarina of Time is the best video game of all time, I don't mean I necessarily believe that, but Ocarina of Time is what is widely considered to be the best video game of all time. Like, did none of you see
With
the
our
mixtape
age.
discourse?
Yeah.
Yeah, did none of you see the mixtape discourse? The first thing a bunch of idiots said was IGN is saying that mixtape is as good as Ocarina of Time. Like, Ocarina of Time has just become that game that is de facto considered the best video game of all time. I don't necessarily consider it the best one. It's up there, but it's just...
Ooh,
it's
we got updates.
Thank you,
Secret
thank you,
Service.
It's
Shoots person near White House. Bystander also shot. So they weren't just shots in the air. They hit people.
But yes, Sotonist, it's just what people say. Like, it's just this thing that's accepted for some reason, and that's what people say.
It's a 99 on
Ocarina of
Metacritic, and they
Time
just
is the
go and
best.
look at the Metacritic and go,
Oh, is it? It is I thought it was a 98 on Metacritic.
99. 22 reviews.
Oh, well, there you go. So, there you go. So, if you're basing it off Metacritic, then that is why it's also considered the best video game of all time. And don't get me wrong, I definitely feel it deserves to be considered one of the greatest video games ever made, for sure. Whether it's the best, again, it's such a silly discussion because it's such a subjective thing. Like, there are people out there who are literally going to hate Ocarina of Time. So, if Metacritic is all we have to go by, then okay.
Metacritic
And I guess it's
means
the greatest
less
video
than
game
nothing.
ever made. I'm just saying, man. Like, if Metacritic is all we have, then I guess, yeah, Ocarina is the greatest video game of all time, whatever. But I would just be... Because I think good old Collingwood poses a really interesting question. So I feel like, yeah, what does Nintendo have this year? The Ocarina remake. So a remake of the best video game of all time going head-to-head with what more modern-day audiences might feel is one of the best video games of all time when it releases. So I would love to just, as someone who would get Ocarina over GTA 6, and I wouldn't be the only one, I would just love to see that battle play out. That's all. I just think that would be a fucking cool thing to see play out. Because does an Ocarina remake release on Switch 1?
You have killed John, by the way.
Or does it release only on Switch 2? If it's on Switch 1 and Switch 2, that becomes a really interesting contest, I feel. Because then you're talking about nearly 200 million consoles. Versus 140 million consoles? Ooh. I don't know. I like this song. This is a good one. Yeah, Razor. I know. That's what I mean, man. You reckon? Fade away? If it's on Switch 1, the hype immediately goes down. I still think Switch 1... I mean, Metroid Prime 4 on Switch 1 still looks fantastic. And you're talking about a remake of a Nintendo 64 game, so I don't know why the Switch 1 should be able to make something very, very good. Depending on the angle they've taken on this... Because you got to remember... the Ocarina remake has reportedly been in the works for some time before the Switch 2 existed. So there's a fair chance it might be a Switch 1 game as well. Mr. Downside in the last with another super chat. Ocarina of Time was the purest Zelda formula. Also, Holy Spit. What's the Holy Spit?
Ooh. It's probably a reference to that game, I imagine.
But it is, though. It is the purest. I mean, I would argue Twilight Princess is there with it. Twilight Princess is amazing.
John's been dead long enough. His cats are eating his face now.
Yeah, they're eating him. That's another thing about cats. They'll fucking eat you if you die. A dog will get upset and mourn you. A cat will just eat you.
Cats are smarter. Why waste the meat? You're dead.
But yes, I have a sneaking suspicion that the Ocarina remake will be on both platforms. So, greatest game of all time on nearly 200, on about 180 million consoles versus the big new hyped game on about 130 to 140 million consoles. Well, I don't know.
I got his head back in the picture for people.
That is a battle I would love to see. Okay. This might be the last question. Yep, last question. Jeans. Just Jeans. Have we seen Jeans before?
Jeans posts an enormous number of threads on the forum. Very often.
But I'm talking about as a patron who posts
a few times,
a question.
not a ton.
As per his first line, this is the first time he has asked a question.
Yep.
Ah, see? Told ya. As nrXic said, I'm always right.
I was wrong.
Hello, guys. First time asking a question to the panel. Our forum has failed us. Because usually the forum will say, and that's why I got a bit thrown.
Well, the forum says that if you haven't posted at all, not just if you haven't posted in a random thread.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jeans posts all the time, but he's never participated as a member
I thought he had.
on this.
Okay. Because I thought usually it says, this is the first time. And I was like, okay, cool. But that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's
but at least
site-wide.
I was right about Jeans asking questions. Mm-hmm. First time asking question to the panel as a long-time listener. Not sure if it has been asked before, but with the release of 007 First Light from IO Interactive next week, I wanted to ask the panel. What are your favourite Bond movies and/or Bond actor So we'll go through that one first. Casino Royale, Pierce Brosnan.
Dr. No,
Are you
George
two going to fucking
Lazenby.
answer?
What? You talked over me. Dr. No, George Lazenby. There.
The Aussie.
Yeah, no, I couldn't give two shits. I had never liked Bond.
Ah.
Timothy Dalton, Living Daylights.
Yeah, that's the most fun because it's so over the top. It's so
Yeah, I loved
ridiculous.
He's an evil Bond. I
Yep.
loved it. I loved it.
He's his character. He's like his character from Hot Fuzz as a special agent.
Have to die for. Yeah, it's good shit.
Interesting. All very, very wildly different answers.
Well, I mine was a lie. I actually never saw George Lazenby as Bond, and I don't remember Dr.
So then
No.
give a proper fucking answer. You
I'm
have
going-
seen Bond movies.
Yeah,
you have seen Bond
I'm going
movies.
with John. As I said, oh yeah, Timothy Dalton ones weren't great, but they were just so over the top, violent, and ridiculous that they were fun watches.
Okay. Cool. I don't know. To me, Pierce Brosnan, he's James Bond.
But he's Irish.
He's just James Bond.
He's very Irish, though.
So handsome. Even now.
And there's
still-
Dr. Fate.
Even now, he's still very handsome. What are your favorite villain?
Odd Job.
I always don't really know the Bond villains. I
La
feel like we've been
Chiffre.
asked a similar question to this before. I don't know.
I
Whoever Javier Bardem played.
Yeah, no jaw. I want to get my balls. Oh, it's funny. This is not a donation. This is just the donation song playing in the loop. We have not been donated to, in case you were wondering.
Okay.
I'm going to skip ahead because that got John once in the pre-show. He's like, oh shit, a donation. I was like, no, I'm sorry. That's just the song I took it from.
Favorite villain?
La Chiffre. I want to get whipped in the balls by Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah. What about you, John? Odd Job?
Yeah, Odd Job for sure. Short, funny hat, love it.
Here we go. Favorite Bond girl?
The French lady. What's her name? Eva Green.
I was about to say probably Eva Green. Look,
Anna,
But my
I didn't
problem
love the
is-
movie, but Anna de Armas.
if I'm basing my favorite Bond girl on the Bond movie that she appeared in, then Halle Berry. But if I'm basing it on, I don't know, every time I think of Eva Green, I think of the sequel to 300.
301.
That makes me lean, huh?
301, the sequel to 300.
Yeah, the sequel to 300. I actually can't remember the name of it. The sequel to 300. Eva Green is in that. And oh my God, every time I think of Eva Green, I think of her in the sequel to 300. And I'm just like, fucking Eva Green.
Pussy galore, mate.
Holy shit, Eva Green. But Halle Berry is obviously like fucking timeless. And absolutely stunning. John, what about you?
He
Pussy
really
galore,
wants
mate.
But who's the actress that plays her?
Pussy Galore was played by Honor Blackman, I think.
Okay.
Yes, Honor
Favorite-
Blackman.
Favorite gadget and or scene?
That's a
The
really
ridiculous jetpack.
That is a really bad character name to look up on Bing.
Yeah, it would be. And Austin Powers did such a fantastic job of satirizing the James Bond films. They did a really good job with that. Favorite gadget and or scene?
The invisible
God, I
car, because it ruined everything for me.
The invisible car was so stupid.
That motorbike chase in... Is it the latest one?
Maybe. Yes.
It
Well,
was
yes.
fucking-
Yes, it was. I'll just say yes.
I think the latest Bond. Was it the dying one? Yeah, Fuzzy Tomato.
Spectre.
A lot of vagina. In Austin Powers.
A lot of vagina. Yeah, it's a good one.
I'll go wristwatch laser. Just timeless.
I In terms of favourite scene, and I don't know if you can play it without getting in trouble,
Nope.
Jesse, but there's a scene in a Pierce Brosnan movie. I think it's No Time to Die or whatever it's called, or Die Another Day.
We're
where
gonna
he-
die another day.
Another day. That one.
Madonna. Yeah.
Where he flies down an avalanche.
Mm-hmm. The
On a-
jankiest friggin'.
Yeah, on a thing with a parachute, and it looks like the worst fucking thing you've ever seen in a movie.
I'll find a gif of it.
Yeah,
It's
No
terrible.
Time to Die. I think No Time to Die has that bike scene, but I could be wrong. There's a really cool bike chase that I like in, I think it's No Time to Die. But yeah. Favorite 007 video game? Well, fucking hello, GoldenEye.
It's a terrible game.
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye has always been a bad game.
Let's
It
find out
controls
how
like
Haven't
she-
played
shit.
First Light yet. Haven't
Yeah.
played First Light yet.
Mm.
So I don't know.
I think all
Could
three
be
of us will
First
probably
Light.
end up saying First Light, despite not having played a second of it.
Even me.
Yeah, you like stealth, and if it's the Hitman guys, it's probably gonna have stealth.
Take a lot to beat
It should take nothing to be gold. So I guess the issue for me is like GoldenEye tried to the controls in GoldenEye are just so bad. They are so awfully bad, and they have always been that.
But that's a product of the controller it released on.
It's still
of
terrible.
The 64's controller.
Doesn't make it good, and it's not like the
When you
level
use it with
setups-
twin stick, it's fine. When you
Yeah,
use
but
it
even
with
then
twin
the
stick on
level
Xbox or
setups are
Switch, it's
bad.
fine.
Like
Nah.
I can't take the way N64 characters look. There's no, I don't get the nostalgic. This is janky, but all right that I can get with PlayStation sometimes with the wobbly textures. Like N64 characters just look bad.
Nah, they're cool. For me, I think GoldenEye remains my favorite after all these years. I watched it many times and also played the N64 game to death with friends. For me, it was the first time we could play with 4 players at the same time, and it was glorious, even in 1v1 rocket launchers only or golden guns. GoldenEye had it all. Brosnan as the perfect Bond incarnation, the gadgets, the fun, and the grotesque, the old Soviet-era sets, the tank chase in the streets of St. Petersburg, and the final act is still immensely enjoyable to this day. I also like the 2 Timothy Dalton movies. He was a great Bond, even though a less iconic one.
The
That's
most
what I mean.
the most
Pierce is
iconic
Bond.
Englishman is from Ireland. Think about that.
Pierce is Bond. He embodies, when I think James Bond, and maybe I think about James Bond incorrectly because I haven't read the books.
He's a piece of shit.
But
in
when
those.
that's what I mean, I haven't read the book, so I don't know. But when I think James Bond, I immediately think Pierce Brosnan. Immediately.
It's cut off a bit,
He
John.
to me, he's just, yeah. He is Bond.
When did you start that? Was that this question? Or just questions?
And
You're muted.
I started-
Henry Cavill Henry Cavill.
After the
What?
Medes, after the Archimedes tribute. That is how long Nick's spoken for.
Yeah, it's pretty much just been you.
Henry Cavill should be the next Bond.
He's too old.
No, he's not.
They want someone younger to go for like
Do
a
they?
while. Yeah.
I just don't want it to be Tom Holland.
Jesus Christ. Friggin' he'd be James Bond's little buddy. He's too tiny. He's a good actor, and I like him a lot, but he's
I love Tom Holland,
He
but
was
I
a-
don't want him to be Bond.
he did his best, but he didn't embody. He was Tom Cruise as Reacher. Like Tom Cruise, good actor, played a good Reacher, but he's literally a third the size of what Reacher is supposed to be. Which is why they got the guy big on roids.
Yeah, that dude is fucking massive.
Be a
Did you see
perfect
the
BJ
Did you
Blazkowicz.
see James Magnuson at the Enhanced Games? They've got the Enhanced Games, which is where people can compete on drugs, on steroids and tren and
Human
fucking
growth
HGH.
hormone.
And James Magnuson is like fucking huge. He's so massive. It's unbelievable.
It's like that video of the guy who they put a post-it on his back and he can't reach it because his lats and everything are way
Yeah.
too big.
Yeah, and he can't wipe his own ass because it's just like, oh, it's too big.
Hey, John.
What's going on?
Bed, hopefully.
Okay, I think that's it. That's the end of the show.
It
normal
is.
men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
That's the end of the show.
Oh, it's been fun. I don't remember the last 41 minutes, 3 seconds, and 59 milliseconds,
Wait,
but
a little bit later on.
yeah, we'll be back. Big thank you to everybody and hanging out in the chat, all the super chats, and all the general mirth. We love you guys. I have apologized. Like, there was moments there where I was like, oh, I'm just going to go off camera and pretend to sleep, where I actually did start to doze a little bit. It's just been a long day, man. I'm tired. We'll be back on Tuesday with headlines.
You're gone
I
next
am
week,
not
though.
around. Not around on Thursday onwards, and I won't be on Saturday's show either because
Ursel
we'll
will
be
be?
at.
Time to get Rand on.
No, I
Yeah,
already
we'll
booked
be-
Ursel.
We'll be at the UK Games Expo in Birmingham at the NEC from Friday through to Sunday. If you are a fan of card and board games, come down, come say hello, come play around, pick up a copy of Console Wars, the card game.
And a DLC
It's
pack for
available
10.
right now. And I've got DLC packs as well,
Yeah,
which are out
and
of stock
the following
in the UK,
week,
so-
Showtime will be completely different.
Yeah, I don't even know what's that.
It would
that's gonna
be,
happen.
instead of starting at 2 p.m. local time in LA, we have a full Saturday, so we can't. Maybe 8 or 9 p.m. local time LA, which is like friggin' midnight Eastern, if we get to do anything.
It's like midday or 1 p.m. for me, which
yeah,
is great.
so, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be really weird. It'll be a weird time.
And then when I'm in Greece, it's going to be even weird.
But that would be our Xbox show prediction show, where I have to mute Nick constantly.
I don't know
Yeah.
anything about Xbox's show.
Oh,
I, don't
good.
know, I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't heard a single
We
thing
did.
about Xbox's
We did. Yeah, we
show.
want to get into it and keep talking for a while. We did see that Asha was filming. She posted herself on the
Yeah.
set. That set looks cool as shit.
She did.
Yep. But that's it.
I hope you all look forward to playing Fable on PlayStation 5. Everyone's just going to flip their shit.
Fable
Yeah,
this week
it's gonna be
literally said
great.
coming this year. Xbox, PlayStation, PC.
All right.
Okay.
Well, ciao for now, everyone. See you next time.
Ciao for now.